Welcome into this exclusive presentation of live area football coverage on KNIA KRLS, streaming live at KNIAKRLS.com and on the free KNIA KRLS app.
Fake punt, drops back, he rolls out to his left, and Enola with good coverage, and they get him.
Oh, yeah.
Back at the 44-yard line, Wyatt DeWitt gets through and sacks Landon Hookstein.
Hits Veenstra on the run, and he gets loose at midfield. One man to beat at the 30. Cuts it back at the 25-20. 10-5. Touchdown, Eagles. Trevor Veenstra, 61-yard grab. And Stock is going to throw it. He's got Jacob Wynn at the 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. PCM pulls some trickery out of the bag.
We'll get you ready for all of tonight's action with the radio pregame show, bring you score updates from around the area during the games, and bring you all the exciting action of South Central Iowa high school football.
Handoff goes to Kenson Fuller. He bounces off one tackle, first down, and a whole lot more. What a spin move, and he is gone. Kenson Fuller, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. 6 for the Dutch touchdown, Pella. What a play.
Next to keeper, takes a snap. Noah looks. He looks, he throws, he's going long. Keller's there, wide open, makes the catch. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! 58 yards, no flags, and the Panthers have tied it.
Is that Kayla Rodman with it? He's trying to make something happen, but a little too much east and west. If he could get a block now, look out! Look out, 40, 45, 50. He's got some people in front of him.
There we go.
30, 25, now a block.
Right there.
Gets a block, and it's all the way for a touchdown. Kayla Rodman reverses field. He starts left, he cuts back to his right, and Norwalk is right back in it. 4:05 left to go. An 80-yard kickoff return touchdown.
Now let's head to the field and inside the radio broadcast booth.
High school football is on the air as we welcome you live to Pella Community High School. It is the 2023 season opener as tonight the Pella High Dutch host the Ballard Bombers. My name is Trevor Castle, joined alongside by Randy Sikkema. Glad to have you with us on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com. We're also glad to have you alongside on Pella Dutch Live on YouTube and on Pella Fiber TV. Randy, 2023. Here we go.
Here we go. The fastest 9 weeks of the year. They fly by, and all of a sudden we're done with football season. But I'm excited to get the season started. It's 105 degrees, and so it's football weather.
It is hot today. It is hot in the press box. It is hot in the stands. It's hot on the field. It's been hot all week. For those of you that aren't in the Pella, Marion County, South Central Iowa area, we did have a thunderstorm that ran through about between 3 and 4 o'clock. It actually ended up delaying the start of the freshman game, which is being played right now. It is a 14-14 game. Or at least it was 14-4. We've fallen behind 20-14. They've gone to 7-minute quarters here in the second half to try to speed it up. So we think that we're still on time for our 7:30 kickoff tonight between Pella and Ballard. But when we get here tonight, it's just going to be hot. There's no more rain coming, no thunder, lightning, any of that kind of stuff. So we should be in pretty good shape.
And it's been 105 all week. It's probably only 95 today, so it's at least better than it was.
Well, one of the things that will be interesting to watch as the game plays out and games throughout the state of Iowa play out is, what kind of an effect does cramping have, and do those kind of injuries. I know when I talked to Jay McKinstry yesterday for our pregame chat, he showed me a sheet that he had given to their team earlier in the week, and it had it broken down as to, when you should eat meals, when you should drink fluids, what types of foods you should eat that are high in, electrolytes and things like that, it's not a matter of, hey, show up on Friday night and make sure you're drinking Gatorade during the game. We hope that our guys have been taking care of themselves throughout the week to make sure that they're in shape for tonight.
Well, what I've been thinking about all week when it was 105 every day was like, how could you practice anything substantial in a football practice like on weather like this? So,
And it was hard. And so Jay McKinstry, there's differing schools of thought. He heard from some coaches, for instance, my son's in middle school. They moved the middle school practices before school. Jay has heard from some varsity teams that move practice to from 7 to 9 at night type of thing. And he said, we would rather, I'm a routine guy, so I want practice from X time to X time, which is right after school. They spent more time inside, more time in the weight room, and then came out for about a half half hour to 45 minutes on the field to work on some things. And to your point then, that does limit what you can do in a truncated amount of time, but he thought that was the best use of their time and best to keep his kids in a routine.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for both teams, so it's not like it was 72 degrees in Ballard all week. You know,
right.
it was the same everywhere, but I was concerned about that. We had the scrimmage at PCM last Friday, and it was fun to go watch that. You know, and obviously we still had a lot of things to work on, but then how do you work on those things when it's so hot outside?
All right, as we look at tonight's matchup, first of all, inside of our radio pregame show, as we generally do the first half hour or so, going to be some non-tonight football-related things. So Andrew Schneider has a couple of Let's Get to Know segments where you get to know one of the volleyball players and one of the cross-country runners from Pella. I caught up with former Dutch football and multi-sport athlete Grant Nelson for a Where Are They Now segment as he gets ready for his junior year at Central College. So we'll have those three segments, and then we'll really get into pregame coverage with Coach Jay McKinstry. We'll get you our starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control, the colors of the game. Randy's already alluded to the near triple-digit game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. And again, 7:30 is the scheduled opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply. We might be just a little bit behind schedule because the freshmen got started a little bit late because of some weather situations. But again, we'll talk more about it later. But just real quick capsule of this game, Randy. A couple of teams that finished 3-6 last year. Ballard won their last 2 games after a 1-6 start. Pella, of course, won their last 3 games after an 0-6 start. So both of these teams hoping that they can, carry a little momentum over from a year ago. But, as it is in high school football, you lose a lot of seniors, right? And both of these teams lost a lot of seniors. Pella lost Kenson Fuller, who was, kind of the guy carrying the load at the end of the season. But I know they're optimistic with Luke Hardman and Colin Kurtz sharing the duties at quarterback. They feel good about the skill position players they have. And what I'm really excited to see, first time in a while for the Dutch, not too many two-way guys. There are 3 two-way starters. 3 of their linebackers go offense, defense. There's 8 other guys on offense, 8 other guys on defense. I feel like we've been, really two-way heavy the last few years, and then some of those guys start getting hurt, and it really leads to some more problems. So hopefully less two-way guys, less injuries. They stay fresher, they stay healthier, and have a little more success.
Well, that's a great point, an excellent point, and I think that's the biggest factor, and then the fact that we're not playing Indianola, Norwalk, and Xavier, and the top 5 teams in the state in the pre-district will make a difference too. I mean, we had guys going both ways. We were playing some of the best teams in the state, some of the most physical teams in the state. We got beat up.
Yep.
And you get beat up when you're tired, and they got tired because they were going 2 ways, and that's when you get hurt. But hopefully we can avoid some of that. We're always going to have somebody get hurt, but hopefully we can get through the pre-district season without too many injuries and then get to district season healthy, because we haven't hit district healthy in 3 years.
All right, let's take a time out here inside of our KRLS radio pregame show. When we come back, we'll have a couple of Let's Get to Know segments with our Pella athletes, a little cross country and volleyball Let's Get to Know from our today's radio sports page, as well as a chat, Where Are They Now, with Pella High graduate Grant Nelson. And then we'll get to Pella and Ballard kickoff coming at 7:30 tonight as you are listening to Pella High football, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com. Pella Dutch Live, Pella TV.
Hy-Vee, swipe your Fuel Saver Plus Perks rewards card to get great deals throughout the store, like 6 mega rolls or 12 double rolls of Simply Done bath tissue, or 6 big rolls of Simply Done paper towels for $2.99 limit 1, a 6 count of Thomas muffins for $1.99 limit 1, and a 16-ounce roll of fresh ground beef for $2.99 limit 1. But you have to swipe your Fuel Saver Plus Perks rewards card to get the savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at your Pella, Oskaloosa, and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
McCall Monument is the most trusted monument company in Iowa. This is Reed. We have been here helping families get their perfect memorial for over 150 years.
This is Wyatt. We are the monument experts. We don't plan funerals and we don't sell caskets. We are craftsmen with a full-service shop and artists on staff.
I'm Lee. We have a standard here at McCall Monument. In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, Our family is here for you.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder, one of the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, reminding you how important it is to make sure your pet receives a regular wellness exam, just like our local athletes recently received their annual physicals before getting back in action. Schedule a wellness exam today by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic at 628-4040, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
Go Little Dutch, go Eagles, and go Dutch.
Hi, this is Chuck Vanderwall with Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella. When Rudy Ulrich hired me in the summer of 1967, I could only dream of what this dealership would mean to our family.
I'm Todd Vanderwall, and I joined Ulrich in the fall of 1997. It's been an amazing 25 plus years working with my dad and our team, and now I get to pass it on.
I'm Tegan, the third generation Vanderwall at Ulrich's. Like my grandpa and dad before me, I'm proud to be able to say that at Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella,
we're taking care of you.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, we're invested in your health. Hi, I'm Dr. Jared Riekfeld, a family medicine physician at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, and I'm accepting new patients. Keeping you and your family healthy is important to me. I enjoy caring for patients from birth to geriatrics, and really enjoy getting to know my patients. Trust me with one of the most important things in your life, your family's health. To schedule your appointment with me at the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic, call 641-842-7211.
At Dutch Mill Supply, pole barns are their specialty. Customers from Grimes, Runnels, Indianola, Winterset, and right here in Marion County trust them with their unique pole barns. Office spaces, horse arenas, garages, shops, and machine sheds, Dutch Mill Supply has designed and supplied high-quality metal pole buildings that stand the test of time.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door.
Andrew Schneider on KNIA KBLS Radio. I'm here with Colton Messer, who is just off of soccer season, had a great summer, I'm sure, getting ready for a big senior year. First of all, Colton, let's get to know you. Sound good?
Yep.
All right, so first things first, what are you a part of this year at the high school?
This year, I'm part of band and marching band that comes with that, and choir and show choir, and I'm part of Pella Speech, and I'm going to be auditioning for the play, and I play soccer, and I think that's all I do.
And we're here to talk cross country too, of course. So let's also talk about any superstitions you have, especially as an athlete and someone who performs on stage. Are there any superstitions you have?
Well, before my cross country meets, I always like to have a package of Mott's fruit snacks about an hour before I run. Makes me feel good, and I love fruit snacks. And for show choir, I'd say we just get pumped up before show choir. We do like our chants and stuff, and one of the seniors gives us a nice speech, so we get pretty pumped up, but I don't really have any superstitions for performances.
But are there then go-to songs for either? Is there a certain warm-up song you have then for show choir, or something in your ears before a race?
I don't really listen to music before I race, but I just like to talk with my friends before a race and get nice and relaxed. Music usually, I usually listen to music only when I'm driving, so I don't know.
No singing during running? Have you done it before? As a multi-talented person?
There have been a couple runs where me and the boys just start singing on the run, especially all-state choir songs. Those get pretty stuck in our head during cross-country season. But when I'm running, usually I'm focused because the adrenaline's pumping, so not usually when I'm running in a race.
Okay, so I'll ask you then about this. A lot of people have a role model. You have a lot of different areas you're in, but who's your role model?
Overall,
role model. We're trying to get to know you. If you were to write it for an essay, let's say for Mr. Rasmussen's class in West Civ, who's your role model? Is it someone on the team? Is it someone in show choir? Is it one of your teachers or your coaches or your parents?
I mean, on the team, Nathan Vanderwall, he is such a great guy. I mean, he supports everyone, and he is such a hard worker, and he I don't know, he's such a great role model, even though I'm the same age as him. I don't know, I whenever I'm feeling down, I see Nathan and it brings me up.
There you go. He's a pretty good guy. I know Nathan all right. What would you say is the one place you would really want to travel to that you haven't been to yet?
I mean, I'd like to go to France. I've never been out of the country even, so I think it'd be really cool to go to France. And I took a couple years of French classes, so.
So you'd be ready, you'd be prepared.
I would be decently prepared.
You would be able to ask where the bathroom's at, the important questions.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, can you ask?
Please, wait, no, that's, can I use the restroom?
Where?
Où est la WC? Yeah.
There you go. So our audience is getting to learn along with you as well. Yeah. Let's see. What are the other things you like to do outside of activities in school? What are some of your favorite hobbies?
I do a lot of stuff through the school.
Yeah, you're a busy guy.
Yeah. I mean, like family. I have a little brother actually. He was just born, so it's cool to spend some time with him and my niece. I like spending time with them and whenever I can. And I mean, going on walks with my family. Too.
So how little is little brother? Like brand new?
Yes, brand new. He was born in May, early May, right after tulip time, actually.
How would you rank your diaper changing skills then? From dad, older brother here.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have not changed one of his diapers yet, but I have changed my little niece's diapers when she was a little bit younger, and I'm not very good at it, but you know, you gotta start somewhere.
Hey, this October I gotta go back to it again. So it's one of those, I was just making sure, you know, passing on the skills here. So let's see, if you could play any other sport that you don't participate in, if there's a sport you missed out on, what would you do?
I'd say I kind of wish I did middle school football. I did middle school cross country, which I don't regret, but I've never played football before, and you know, a lot of people have told me I'd be decent at it because I'm a little bit of a, you know, more stocky guy. So I wish I gave it a shot, but you know, I don't really have any regrets about it.
It worked out. Here you are at a cross country practice. So, and then last question, what are you looking forward to most just about the senior year coming up?
I'm looking forward to just like making more memories. I mean, I've had like, sometimes when you look back at high school, you remember like the hard times, but then like you remember like all the good times, like of all the like great show choir performances and like great times hanging out with your friends like at cross country meets. And it's just it's really a blessing sometimes just to think about all the things that you do, and I'm just ready to make more memories.
Well, there should be a whole lot of them. Colton Messer, who's cross country, soccer, marching band this year, and show choir. Congratulations, and nice to get to know you.
Yep.
Enjoy a relaxing round of golf at Shady Oaks Golf Course, located 5 miles east of Indianola on Highway 92. Shady Oaks is a spacious public golf course open from daylight until dark with 18 holes ranging in difficulty so that the whole family can have fun. Memberships are available and no tee time is required. Spend some time in the shade and take a little trip to Shady Oaks Golf Course in Ackworth. For more information, call 515-961-0262.
Summertime at Vandenberg's Greenhouse means a variety of summertime fun that you get to take home. Check out the growing selection of home decor and gift ideas. New poly furniture for your deck or patio. They've got it. Enjoy the sweet sounds of lovely wind chimes at home every day. Don't miss the huge inventory of metal lawn and garden art. Watch for Vandenberg's Greenhouse at many area celebrations, including Melcher, Tracy, and the Southern Iowa Fair in Oskaloosa. Highway 5 Albia, just 2 short miles south of Lavilla. Vandenberg's Greenhouse and Gifts, more than a greenhouse.
Are you considering home renovations this fall or winter? It's the perfect time to finish that basement, remodel your kitchen or bathroom, or even build that addition you've been dreaming about. Kent and DeHeisen Carpentry can turn your dreams into a reality, but their fall and winter schedule is filling up fast. Kent has over 20 years of experience and is licensed and insured. DeHeisen Carpentry will work with you from start to finish, ensuring the job is done right and to your satisfaction. For your next project, call the professionals at DeHeisen Carpentry in Pella, 780-1858.
Football season is back, and we're back for another award-winning fall of Football Friday nights on KNIA and KRLS. DeYoung Door Service in Pella is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of Pick'em, and the Guru is looking to defend his championship from 2022. Tune in every Friday night during the Football Friday Night radio preview show to hear us pick the winners. Enjoy live play-by-play of your favorite team, then listen to the scoreboard show to hear how we all did.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Do you need new gear to show off your love for Pella or Pella Christian? At Windmill Print and Stitch, you can shop our online apparel store and pick up your order the same day at our facility in Pella. And we'll give 10% back to the local schools. Go to the Windmill Print and Stitch Facebook page and look for the link for Pella and Pella Christian fanwear. Shop online and pick up your order the same day. Windmill Print and Stitch and Pella, proud supporters of the Dutch and Eagles.
The City of Pella reminds residents of the lawn maintenance regulations. City Code states that growths of grass or weeds in excess of 8 inches shall be determined a nuisance. It is also unlawful to deposit grass or lawn debris into a street or alley. Property owners are also responsible for trimming tree limbs and shrubs that may overhang streets and sidewalks. City staff would like to encourage everyone to do their part in abiding by the regulations, which will help keep our community safe and looking its best. This message has been brought to you by the City of Pella.
Andrew Schneider on KNIA KRLS Radio here with Kylie Heemstra. We're going to get to know you a little better, one of the seniors of the Pella volleyball team. First of all, I'm sure you're excited for the season.
Yes, I am.
So, first of all, let's go ahead and get to know you. What other high school sports and activities are you involved in, if any?
I just do volleyball. I'm doing club seasons on the off season, so that takes priority over most other sports and stuff. So I love volleyball and love the game, so I love being around it the full year.
What is your best high school sports memory so far then?
I think my best memory probably is jam outs in the locker room before home games and away games. I think just having everyone around and having everyone celebrating together and stuff is an amazing experience.
So when you were younger, especially now that you're heading into your senior year, what did you want to be when you grew up, and what is that perspective now? So when you were 5, what did you want to be when you grew up, and now heading into your senior year, what is it?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I've always wanted to be a teacher. I just love working with kids and stuff, and even now I'm still thinking of becoming an early elementary education teacher and possibly playing at Central. That's one of my options, so.
We'll see how that all plays out. That sounds awesome. And I'm aware you have a sibling. How well do you get along with them?
Yes, so Ella is my sibling, and I love her. We also share a room, so we get lots of bonding together, and now on the volleyball court, and I love her so much. I can't explain how it is playing with her. I'm so excited for this season.
Well, and she had a great softball season to head into. That was probably fun to watch, right? Some of her games, she had some big hits too.
Yes, softball games were really fun to go to, and then just seeing her have the varsity experience this past year has been really amazing.
It's the question I ask most people with this new segment we have. Let's get to know here with Kylie Heemstra. Hawkeyes or Cyclones?
Hawkeyes, definitely.
And why is that?
I don't know. I mean, most of my family is Hawkeye fans, so I kind of just grew up in that era.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Any plans to go to a Hawkeye basketball or football? I know women's basketball has been big, volleyball is big. Any of those, or are you just focused on your senior year?
No, I'm just mainly focused on my senior year right now.
So let's talk. We're just at the end of summer, so it's kind of a bummer to ask about the end of summer, but any big vacations that you had this year? Anything that you've really enjoyed about summer?
Yeah, during Family Week, which is known as Dead Week, we went to Branson as a family, so that was a very fun experience. We've never been there before, so lots of new things. We went to the Queen Esther show, which was really good, and a different experience than what we see here in Pella.
So you mentioned to me earlier about jamming out before games. Is there a go-to song you have before a game, or a go-to artist that really gets you fired up?
No, not really. I mean, we play, our final song is Downtown, and it's just really amazing, everyone galloping in a circle and screaming on the top of their lungs, so yeah.
What would you say is your most prized possession?
Man, my prized possession, I honestly don't really have many prized possessions. I don't know, I lots of times cherish the little things and memories mostly, and just pictures of the memories and stuff.
Speaking of memories, do you have a go-to family tradition or something that you guys really like? Especially you're a big volleyball family, anything that connects to that?
Well, when we go on road trips and stuff, we all get to pick a restaurant when we go out, and we try something new every single day when we're there for long vacations. So.
What would you say is the top thing on your bucket list?
Oh boy, I think the top thing on my bucket list is going to a Taylor Swift concert. She just had a really good concert, and I really want to go to one.
So you didn't make it to the Eras tour, but there might be the next tour then. Is that the goal?
Yes, that is.
So I guess this would lead into that next question. Which famous person in history would you want to spend the day with? T-Swift would be probably a pretty fun hang.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything else?
Probably just Taylor.
Yeah, fair enough. If you could play another sport, since you are a one-sport athlete, if you ever had another sport you thought about playing, is there another one?
I would probably play softball, I'd have to say. I liked softball when I was playing it, but then volleyball kind of took over, and I fell in love with volleyball more, I think. So definitely volleyball.
And I can tell you're excited for the volleyball season. What are you looking forward to most about these next several games with your teammates, especially as a senior?
Yeah, just like cherishing the little moments on and off the court with them, and like making sure that we're like all getting along, and like we're so excited for the season and playing together, and just like every moment together.
Should be a lot of fun. Kylie Heemstra, nice to get to know you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Justin and Natasha Plate of Pella recently hired Mike Blom with cabinet design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry for a kitchen remodel. Justin says he hired Mike because of his meticulous attention to detail.
Through that whole project, it was very, very highly attentive to detail and concerns about like, hey, well, what about this or what about that? Are you sure you want this? So let's think about this before we kind of finalize the plans, even as we were going through the project as well.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Pella Corporation values teamwork. That's why they proudly salute adults who coach and mentor area youngsters. By helping others, they're building character and building their leadership skills in the process. And they're helping area youth experience the importance of teamwork. So whether you're coaching kids on a team, chaperoning them on a trip, or encouraging them to pursue their musical, artistic, or athletic talents, we thank those who share their talents with area young people. The Pella Windows and Doors team thanks you for your role in helping area youth build lifelong skills, interests, and values.
If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations for them to stay in Pella's finest accommodations, the Amsterdam Hotel.
We have many different packages available depending on what they're looking for during their visit.
Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne.
The Visit Pella package has tickets to the Historical Village, Vermeer Windmill, and Pella bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengracht in Pella.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strauber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make US Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for US Cellular in downtown Pella.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
If you're trying to sell your home, you want to make sure the realtor you work with has a sufficient pool of buyers. Hi, I'm Brett Staten with Pella Real Estate Services, and we have the buyers you need. In fact, having that pool of buyers is so important that we invest into buying leads from Realtor.com, Zillow, and Ramsey Trusted Leads. These are hot leads of people looking to buy right now. And don't forget, we'll invest in you by saving you money with our Prez Listing Advantage. Get started today and call 628-1-BUI for Pella Real Estate Services.
It's our continuing coverage of Pella High football on KNIAKRLS.com and Pella Dutch Live. Where are they now? Grant Nelson, a 2021 grad of Pella High and a junior now at Central College playing tight end for the Dutch football team, joins us. Where are they now?
Grant, thanks for catching up with us as we get ready to get back at it here this year. How are you, and how are your thoughts on the upcoming season for Central?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Trevor. It's been fun. It's been a fun summer, kind of a long summer. But doing good, excited for this football season. A lot of guys kind of stayed over the summer, a lot of friends, so it was good to train with them over the summer when I could, and ready to get back into things.
Coming off a 7-3 season last year, all 3 losses by single digits, kind of late in the game. Obviously, your freshman year in 2021, just that spectacular run to the national quarterfinals. What are your expectations as we get ready for this season?
I think there is a lot of unknowns, but we know that we got a lot of guys returning from the 2021 season and last season, of course, and we got a good freshman class coming in, so we're excited to compete. We're confident. We know what we can do. I don't think we're highly on the radar for anybody, but we believe in ourselves, and we know what the work we've been putting in is, and the coaches believe in us, we believe in ourselves, and we believe in also, like, the players believe in the coaches. We know what we know they know their stuff, and so we're excited to just put it all together for the fall.
Last year, one of the big stories all year was just kind of the revolving door at quarterback, or the constant changes at quarterback. You as a tight end worked with all of those guys. What do you look for this year out of that group, and how do you kind of help move those guys along?
Yeah, I know we have a bunch of great leaders at quarterback, and being a tight end, I do have a lot of meetings with those guys, and I'm friends with a lot of those guys, and so I know the work they're putting in. I know all the time they put in through the playbook, through film, just kind of getting things corrected, and I'm really confident about that position because I know one or two guys are really going to step up for us, and when whoever gets in that game is really going to show out.
Also, you look at the wide receiver group who you work with as well, and you look at, Logan Mont and Jeff Herbers coming back for a 5th year, Ryan New. I mean, absolutely loaded there. That helps any quarterback, doesn't it?
It does, and there's a lot of great targets out there, and it helps that all those guys are returning from last season, so that chemistry is kind of already there. And so just building the timing, building the route tree, everybody's very knowledgeable about what the plays. It's not like we're a bunch of first guys coming in and kind of redoing it all. Like, this is all just kind of review for us, and we just need to put it all together. So we're all very comfortable with the position we're put in, and we know whatever quarterback is out there, we're going to show out.
You talked about the coaching staff earlier, and of course Ryan Myuri, associate head coach, offensive coordinator, just football kind of guru. What's it like, working with him on a day in, day out basis?
It's awesome. He's a great coach, but he's also a great guy, and he truly wants the best for us. And he's going to get on you when he needs to, but at the end of the day, he's going to come in and he's going to check in on you. But just kind of discovering, he's always looking for new plays. He's always looking for something to draw up, and no matter what, I feel bad for the defenses of the other team because whatever they try to throw at us, Coach Meyer is going to throw a punch right back. So it's always fun going into each week knowing that we got him on our side, and that we're going to be confident going in for the offense.
We're visiting with Grant Nelson, Central College football junior. One of your parts of your story is that your dad played here at Central. Can you just talk a little bit about that legacy piece of it? What it means to kind of follow in your dad's footsteps and be a part of the Dutch yourself? Yeah, my grandpa actually also played here. So my grandpa and then my dad played and coached here. So I have to say that did have kind of an influence. It was pretty, and my sister also went here. So it's kind of it's a Central family. So it was kind of cool to be a third-generation Central football player, and it's fun knowing that when Grandma and Grandpa come to games, that you'll hear him in the stands and you'll hear my dad in the stands. So it's kind of fun knowing that I'm putting on the same jersey they did when they were in college, and just kind of living the same legacy, and I can kind of pass that down. Did not know about your grandpa. Well, what's his name and a little bit about his story?
So Steve Bancroft, I can't say I know when he graduated, but he played defensive line and linebacker here, so he grew up going to Central games, and so it's always been fun hearing his stories and people in the Pella community knowing him at Central, so it's always really fun.
That is a great piece of that. Yeah, third generation. That's awesome. Back to this year, you and I were talking before we started doing the interview. Did have a little injury that popped up when you were on the trip to Europe this spring. You want to tell our listeners a little bit about that, and then, as I understand, back to full health here? Yeah, so we took a little trip over to Europe, to Spain this spring. Got a little experience over there, and in the game over there just broke a little bone in my foot, and so I've kind of been battling that this summer. So I was kind of off my feet a little bit for the first part of the summer for all June, and then in a boot a little bit going into July, and now kind of get back on my feet, running a little bit more, cutting it a little bit more. So feeling really good going into camp. Really confident in myself, confident with the work I've been doing with the ATs, and I'm ready to go. So I'm feeling good. All right, and last one for you. You mentioned earlier, maybe flying a little under the radar after the 7-3 season. What are your expectations as you talk to your teammates and the guys about the 2023 season here this fall? I think the sky's the limit, honestly. If we're going to play to our true potential, I really think we're going to be one of the top teams going in to the playoffs. I think we have a shot to win the conference. Tough teams in this conference, but we know what we can do, and we're going to give everybody their best shot each week. So we know we can come out undefeated. We know we can make a run at the playoffs, and we know that the coaches know that. So it's time to prove it.
All right, looking forward to it. Grant Nelson, 2021 grad from Pella High, now a member of the Central College football team. Thanks for your time. Look forward to seeing you out there this fall.
Yeah, thanks, Trevor. Thanks for having me.
We'll take a time out, come back with more coverage from Pella High School. It's the Dutch and the Bombers, Pella and Ballard in week 1 of the high school football season. You're listening to pregame coverage on KNIA-KRLS.com and Pella Dutch Live. With the start of the new school year at Pella Community Schools, Principal Brian Miller says that there are several big things in store at Jefferson Intermediate.
We're super excited about, obviously, the construction project, and while it's messy right now, there's some great things ahead, so we're excited that that's up and rolling. We're also very excited about continuing with our Leader in Me initiative within the school building and watching students continue to grow as leaders.
Preparing everyone to learn, lead, and achieve. Pella Community Schools, Pella!
Whatever football team you cheer for, make sure you call the perfect play by enrolling at DMAC's Newton campus. Whether your plans include pursuing a university degree or you want to learn in-demand skills now, DMAC's Newton campus is a great way to gain some yards on your career goals. So keep the DMAC Newton campus in your career playbook. It's a winner. DMAC's Newton campus. Life's calling.
Looking for a delicious energy boost? Look no further than Scooter's Coffee and Pella. Introducing Scoot Energy, infused with vibrant flavors that'll keep you going all day. Or indulge yourself with their signature Caramelicious, a velvety delight with caramel sauce that's oh so good. And hey, football season means it's pumpkin spice season. So swing by Scooter's Coffee and Pella to start your taste adventure. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
The horn on the car goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the car goes beep, beep, beep. That's Central Tire and Auto.
You probably don't need your horn fixed, but if you do, Central Tire and Auto can help with your horn and almost any other issue you have. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Everybody now.
Central Tire and Auto.
To the 50, the 40, and he is gone! Kenson Fuller, 69 yards! It's our Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing, Kenson Fuller.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card program that gives back to the school of your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
From the volunteer efforts of our staff,
to partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of opening night for Pella High football. It's the Dutch and Ballard in the 2023 season opener. And our interview with Pella High football coach Jay McKinstry is powered by Hy-Vee. Coach, welcome to another high school football season. Excited to be with you to get things kicked off here at home on Friday night. What are your thoughts as we get ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, thanks, Trevor. It's been a great offseason for our kids. We've had a great 4 weeks here. But our kids are excited to play a game. They really are. They've got our slogan for the year is something to prove, and I think just want to go out and see where we're at on tonight's game against Ballard, and they're going to be a very good opponent. And it's football season. The heat's here, but at the same time, it's still football season. We're ready to get out there and play a game, and I think a lot of people are excited about football season getting underway.
What kind of challenges has the heat this week provided for you, and have you been able to stay healthy and ready to go here tonight?
I think every team in the state's trying to do what they can to try and, think what's best as far as, keeping the kids safe and getting some practice time in and getting them prepared for Friday night. And we certainly have made a lot of adjustments this week. We certainly have sent stuff home with our kids as far as nutrition and hydration and all the things for our day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and game day, and how to handle that. And we certainly made a lot of adjustments to practice, and we kept the same time because I'm a big believer in routine and a big believer in, getting into bed on time and supper time. but we certainly shortened some practices, taken off the pad some, spent some time in the weight room, used that instead of going out on the practice field. But, you know, you have to make those, but our kids have done a great job. Our goal is from Friday night here tonight is to have their legs fresh and have them ready to go. You're just concerned as the cumulative effect, you know, for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the heat, and then you play Friday night and it's still going to be warm tonight. And so it's like, you know, we just don't let the cumulative effect to get us, and we just want our guys fresh, ready to go. And we think we've done a good job, but you know, win or lose tonight, I just hope our guys can play really, really fast and really, really physical.
All right, let's dive in and talk a little bit about the matchups, and let's start first with the Pella offense against the Ballard defense. I know that we expect to see both Luke Hardman, Colin Current at quarterback, maybe a little more run-heavy approach this year, but what is the game plan offensively, and how do you attack Ballard specifically?
You know, they've got a lot of guys back from last year. They got some very talented players, and they've got like 6 guys back on the starting defense. They had a nice team last year, and they got like 6 back on offense. But, you know, we certainly want to try and establish a run early this year. We really do. You know, we kind of flipped from last year. You know, I think we finished well, running the ball well at the end of the year. And we put a lot more emphasis on it this year early when they're still going to keep developing the passing game. But at the same time, you know, you look at Ballard, you know, we're going to have to throw the ball some out there. At least last year, their D-backs play, we're going to have to, you know, take advantage of some under routes, some short routes. They play quite a ways off, and so hopefully we can hit some short routes early, and you know, make them come up and make the tackle from that, and hopefully, you know, create some gaps up and run the ball. But you're right, we want to try and run the football, but we certainly are prepared to throw the ball tonight, and we certainly can do a lot of different things through the air, and we got some things in place to be able to do it. And we got 2 kids that can throw it really, really well.
You know, one of the interesting things about week 1 is you don't actually know what to expect. You think you know what to expect based on what you saw, you know, of what a team ran last year, what they historically run. But is that enjoyable as a coach, or does that keep you up at night as a coach, knowing that you might have to make some changes on the fly in week 1?
Well, you know, I don't know. We don't mind making some changes on the fly a little bit, although you think you're going to get similar where they got 13 players back from last year, and it's going to be very similar. But sometimes I don't mind it so much because you got so many coaches that want to watch 10 different game films, and you break it down and all that, and you're so worried about that, you just got to go out and play sometimes and let your kids go and let it fly and then play the game. And I hope our kids can do that, and our coaches do such a great job. Hopefully we'll be able to make those adjustments, and if they come out on some different things. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. It makes the game interesting if you're not just knowing every little thing that to do. But that's just me. I'm probably abnormal in that area. But
we're continuing our pregame chat with Dutch head football coach Jay McKinstry. This interview powered by Hy-Vee. Let's go to the other side of the ball. Ballard's offense against the Pella defense. What do you expect them to run tonight offensively, and how do we try to slow it down?
Yeah, last year they ran a lot of pistol stuff. Number 12, the lead running back's back. He's a very good football player. He's about 6'1", 205, and very talented young man. They got some big boys up front that are back, and they lost quarterbacks, so we're not sure exactly who's going to be, but I think they have some good-sized, 2 good-sized juniors to be that look like nice athletes. But, you know, they're certainly going to rely heavily on number 12. You can see that as far as from last year's film, running the football, even catching passes from him, and they got a leading receiver back too, number 0. It's very good athlete. But you know, they didn't throw the ball as well last year. But like I said, they got a new quarterback coming in, so maybe he throws the ball a little bit better. And but we're certainly going to need to shut down number 12 because he's a very talented running back.
How does special teams stack up, and what do you think about your units this year?
You know, to me that is the one unknown right now for us. You know, you practice them. You try and get ready. With the heat this week, you kind of feel a little, maybe we didn't get as much in as we wanted to with special teams. So Trevor, I'll be honest with you, that's the unknown. Hopefully we can do well, you know, and you know, you just hope we don't make big mistakes on there. You just want to make sure that you take care of the football, gain some field position, and we're not necessarily, if you can get a big play, great, but if we can just not make anything go against us tonight, that'd be fantastic, you know. But you're right. That's a concern tonight, just because it's more of the unknown rather than so much. I think we can be pretty good at them, but you just don't know.
And then I'll knock on wood as I asked the last question. You know, the last couple of years we've had some really key injuries early on in the football seasons. And I know, as we talked before we came on the air, you know, you like the guys that you have. Maybe not a ton of depth. We just got to find a way to stay healthy.
You know, you're right, Trevor. We do. We like our guys. We like our team, and but we're going to need to stay healthy. It's just the way it is. You know, if you're going to make some runs at it, you have to be healthy. And we feel pretty good about where we're at right now. We feel pretty like we're healthy, ready to go, and like you said, we just hope our guys can come through tonight's game healthy and play really well, and that we can continue that throughout the season, because you're right, that's going to be a big key for this football team.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Looking forward to getting the season underway, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you, Trevor.
That's Jay McKinstry, our interview powered by Hy-Vee, Pella, and Ballard in the 2023 season opener. And we'll be back with more pregame coverage after this on KNIA-KRLS.com and Pella Dutch Live.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawberry Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make US Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawberry Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for US Cellular in downtown Pella.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card program that gives back to the school of your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
From the volunteer efforts of our staff,
to partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to our pregame coverage of Pella High football on KNIA-KRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV. And we've got our first Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio updates of the 2023 season. We've got a couple of games that were 7 o'clock starts. Pella Christian has a 13-0 lead over Des Moines Christian 5 minutes into the game. Benny Schurz returned the opening kick 95 yards for a touchdown, and Johnson Morgan an 8-yard run to give the Eagles a 13-zip advantage. And with 6:44 left in the first quarter, it's Indianola 10 and Urbandale nothing. The other games that we're following tonight on the network on the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard: Knoxville at Boone. We've got PCM hosting Sigourney Keota, and Norwalk is at Carlisle. Other Marion County games tonight: Pleasantville at I-35, Melcher Dallas at Mormon Trail, Twin Cedars at Lamoni, and our other Warren County games tonight: Martinsdale St. Mary's is hosting Grandview Christian, and Southeast Warren is at Montezuma. We'll have scores all night long on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard with our Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio updates. Let's go ahead and give you tonight's starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control for Pella and Ballard. And let's start first with the Pella offense. Luke Hardman, the senior quarterback coming off of an injury during basketball season, is healed up and ready to go for his senior campaign on the gridiron. Reed Beard is the running back for the Dutch. The three wide receivers are Tyson Barnes, Bailey Shetterly, and Carson Leathers, and Cor Heiser is the tight end. The offensive line from right to left: Hanson King, Donovan Helly, Parker Hemming, Trayson Williams, and Gideon Vandekeef. Defensively for Ballard, they've got a 3-4 look with Bo Warg, Landon Carson, and Henry Christensen up front. The linebackers are Jackson Waka, Jack Nelson, Rhett Hedrick, and Brody Sampson. The corners are Tucker Vitztham, Chance Landy, and the safeties are Caleb Sparks and Jackson Fleischman. Continuing with tonight's starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control: Mason Gatchell is a wide receiver turned quarterback. He'll get the start behind center for the Bombers. Eli Rouse, the team's leading runner a year ago with 800 yards on the ground and 14 touchdowns, is back as a senior running back. Chance Landy, Eric Sainz, Nick Schoenhorst, and Jackson Fleischman are the wide receivers, and the offensive line has Lincoln Miller and Isaac Buller at tackle, Ethan Johnson and Connor Pesky at guard, and Coy Dietrich is the center. Defensively for Pella, Noah Parsons and Ben Misterek are the defensive tackles. Nick Stanley is the nose. The linebackers are Ben Wilcox, Reed Beard, Gideon Vanderkeef, and Carson Leathers. The corners are Jack Briggs and Colin Current, and the safeties are Lake Cowman and Bailey Shetterly. Luke Hardman does both the kicking and the punting, and those are your opening night starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Menninga Pest Control.
And another Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. It's another Johnson Morgan touchdown, a 51-yard scamper, 20-0. Pella Christian has the lead over Des Moines Christian.
They've got a couple of running backs over there apparently, huh?
They do.
Benny's the real deal.
Yeah, and they're reloading, of course, Isaac Kakmarinsky and his whole wide receiver and core, and Schurz is back and he's a stud, but they're filling in around him. And Coach Rich Kakmarinsky said we're going to go to the ground a lot this year, and certainly early in the season, early in this game, it's working out pretty well.
Great for them.
It is it senior night, right? I think that's what they're.
Are they? Here at Pella?
I believe that we're kicking it off here with senior night on opening night to introduce the seniors.
Just the football players, not the whole
I think
fall sports team?
Correct, yep.
Okay.
So that probably gives us even a couple extra minutes, Randy, but right now would be a good time to take a look at our McCall Monument Radio Monumental keys to the game, and we talked about this, but for folks that weren't with us when we came on the air at 6:30, one of the keys for both of these teams, and it's frankly a little luck based at this point, or how well did your kids listen to the instructions that you gave them early in the week. But we're going to be watching. It is hot and it is humid, and cramping is certainly an issue, and whichever team can stay the healthiest here tonight might have the best chance to win.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have water breaks. I saw the referees talking to the coaches. I'm sure there's a plan on so often having water breaks. That helps, but it's not going to get rid of all the cramping for sure. There's going to be a lot of guys down tonight with cramps. I'm going to just expect it. Hopefully no one gets hurt. That's the main thing for either team. But, we've had so many injuries in weeks 1, 2, and 3 the past 2 or 3 seasons that I just want to get through this game healthy. Clearly it's a key game to win for confidence reasons, but I just want us to stay healthy.
On the field, the Dutch want to run the ball. We heard from Jay McKinstry just a moment ago here inside of our pregame show and said, hey, late in the year last year, we really got the running game going. We need to get the running game going a little bit earlier this year, and they're putting a focus on that. Now, some folks may have heard, the scrimmage against PCM didn't go so well last week for the Dutch. Part of the reason for that, Jay McKinstry told me off the air when we chatted yesterday, hey, PCM, Coach Bonnet, he knew that we wanted to run the ball. They put 9 guys in the box, and we tried to run against it anyway because that's what we wanted to work on. Were we playing a game against PCM, we probably would have had to open it up. And so that's where when we get into this matchup tonight against Ballard, what are they giving you, right? And it's that chess match. Are they going to give you a chance to run the ball? If not, can Luke and Colin throw the football? But first and foremost, the Dutch want to run the ball and then try to open up some passing lanes off of that.
Well, I went to the scrimmage last week, and yeah, you didn't come off feeling real confident about things, but the more I looked at it and thought about it, it's like PCM pretty much played 12 guys.
Yeah, they didn't sub either. You're right.
The whole time. I mean, the whole time. And we played everybody. I mean, guys would play 4 or 5 plays and then get subbed out, which is fine. That's what the scrimmage is for, to see what everybody can do. We also hardly threw the ball at all, and we had like 25 different running backs in there trying to figure out, and they didn't know where all the holes were and all this kind of stuff. Had third-string offensive line out there and first-string PCM defense. And so, yeah, I got to thinking, well, it's not quite as bad as it looked because we would have done things a little differently.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly approach a scrimmage differently than you would approach it if it mattered whether you won or lost the game.
Right. They definitely wanted to win. They definitely wanted to beat us. Now, they only ended up scoring like 2 touchdowns, but one of them was directly after we intercepted a pass.
And fumbled.
Well, no, we intercepted the pass, but it was a scrimmage, so PCM got the ball back because they weren't out of plays.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Yep. In a game, they wouldn't have had the ball.
Yep.
But we intercepted it near the end zone. We gave them the ball back, and then they scored a touchdown. So
I heard we intercepted it and gave them the ball back, and I interpreted that as fumbled it back.
Each team got like 12 plays or whatever, regardless of what happened. Even on 4th down conversions, it didn't matter. You got X number of plays. So in a real game, they would have only scored 1 touchdown, and that was like a 50-yard burst by the running back, who's really good. But anyway, it was it's a little deceiving after you really sit back and look at it. So.
Well, and that's the reason why the Detroit Lions, when they went 0-16 a decade, they were 4-0 in the preseason, right? I mean,
right.
So
the Bears last year.
That just doesn't matter. It does not matter unless it matters whether you win or lose. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose, right?
Right, exactly.
Maybe that's a good way to put it.
Well put.
As we continue with our McCall Monument Radio Monumental Keys to the Game, as Ballard on the offensive side, we expect the offense to run through Eli Rouse. He is a senior. As a junior last year, he paced the Bombers with 832 yards and 14 touchdowns. And, hey, Pella's got their 2 leading tacklers back from a season ago. And, the Dutch are going to bring Reed Beard. He had 48 tackles, 4 of them for loss. He gets a start at linebacker. Carson Leathers, 35 tackles a season ago. They've got some guys that can fly around and make plays, and they'll have their sights definitely set tonight on number 12 in white.
I really have a lot of confidence in our linebackers, a lot of experience at our linebacker position. I was surprised at the scrimmage we didn't have 3 or 4 or 5. We only had 1 dude with a 70 on his jersey in the defensive line. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We had relatively small guys on the D line, which I remember when my son played, we had Joe Birch was the nose tackle.
I remember that, yeah.
He was like 5'9", 170, and he was the nose tackle.
Yep.
But he was a wrestler, so he put on that swim move every time,
so
and he was
good.
in the backfield every time. And it doesn't matter how big you are, if you grab a guy's ankles, you're going to tackle him. So, it really doesn't matter unless you're going up a team that just road grades everybody, you know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out tonight.
All right, those are our McCall Monument Radio Monumental Keys to the Game. Don't burden your loved ones with planning your memorial after you're gone. Pre-plan your memorial and trust the family at McCall Monument, the area's leading monument designer and installer on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. You are listening to Pella High Football, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIA-KRLS.com. You may be watching on Pella Dutch Live on YouTube or on Pella TV. Pella High Football, powered by Bank Iowa.
Let's make it happen.
And let's take a timeout inside of our KRLS Radio pregame show, getting you set for Pella and Ballard, the 2023 season opener.
We're 45. Do you have frequent nighttime urination or an urgent need to go? You may have an enlarged prostate that blocks your flow. The good news is Pella Regional Urology Clinic has treatment options that can get you back to feeling better. Schedule an appointment to see if medication, a minimally invasive procedure, or other intervention is right for you. Go to PellaHealth.org or call Pella Regional Urology Clinic at 641-621-2383.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like almond paste and the letter S.
Like thunder and lightning.
Like bed and breakfast. Like Lewis and Clark.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like Central College and football.
Like shampoo and conditioner.
Like rock and roll. Like campfires and s'mores.
Hi, I'm Derek DeHaan with Brand Appeal, a proud supporter of Pella and Pella Christian Schools and a proud member of the Pella community. Jump on the brand wagon.
Are you a Pella Cooperative Electric member? Grab your keys and head over to the co-op on Saturday, September 16th for a member appreciation drive-through barbecue. The Marion County Cattlemen will be grilling up top-notch hamburgers and hot dogs from locally sourced beef. Stop by anytime from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. or until supplies last. We'll also be giving away bill credits on our Facebook page the week of the event, so watch our page for details. We'll see you on Saturday, September 16th. Owned by those we serve, we are Pella Cooperative Electric.
Now that the kids are back in school, you finally have time to take care of some of the things that you've been putting off for a while. This is Dr. Tim Yoder, one of the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, reminding you how important it is to make sure your pet receives a regular wellness exam. Just like our local athletes recently received their annual physicals to screen them for any potential problems before getting back in action. Think about it this way. They say that 1 year in a dog's life is like 7 years in yours, and you wouldn't wait 7 years to go to the doctor. That's why we recommend an annual exam for our younger pets, and for older pets we recommend twice-a-year exams. This special attention allows for early diagnosis and treatment of health problems, helping us to maintain your pet's high quality of life. Schedule a wellness exam today by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic at 628-4040, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They do take care of pets because they love them.
We'd also like to take a moment to say good luck to all the local sports teams competing this season. Go Little Dutch, go Eagles, and go Dutch.
The horn on the car goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the car goes beep, beep, beep. At Central Tire and Auto.
You probably don't need your horn fixed, but if you do, Central Tire and Auto can help with your horn and almost any other issue you have. For tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Everybody now.
Welcome back. Pregame coverage continuing here on KNIAKRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live and Pella TV. Trevor Castle, Randy Sikkema with you for Pella and Ballard. And now it's time to take a look at that official game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. The temperatures in the hundreds throughout the week, the 90s today. It is a balmy 83 degrees for
chilly.
our game time temperature. And, you know, part of the reason that Jay McKinstry told me they still practiced at their normal time and didn't wait and go 7 to 9. He said, it's hot at 7 o'clock all week long anyway. I don't know that we're even really saving anything. And tonight, 83 degrees at game time.
Totally agree with that. I went out to water some flowers at 10 o'clock on like Wednesday night, and holy cow, it was like a heat index of 105 still at 10 o'clock at night. So
they needed water. They couldn't just suck it out of the air. That was
crazy.
Tonight's game time temperature, 83 degrees, presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella, your local heating and cooling experts. You'll always rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
Pella and Ballard tonight. The Dutch getting ready to break out of the tunnel, if you will, over on the left side of the field, the north end zone here at Pella Community High School. Of course, the new turf from a couple of years back with the white end zone, the green Pella lettering on the left and the green Dutch lettering on the right with the big white P stretching from the 45 to the 45.
Pella Christian got new turf this year. That's
They
why
did.
they're scoring so many touchdowns. It's faster turf over there.
Well, they're at Des Moines Christian, but they've got good practice at least the last few weeks.
Okay.
Trevor Castle, Randy Sikkema, live inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on KNIAKRLS.com.
And the story goes that as soon as this football season, home football season's over, whenever that may be, hopefully late into November, they're tearing this structure down.
Yep.
So I'm going to carve my initials into the wall in the last home game so that...
You know, they've done things before, you know, like the Metrodome. They blew that up in Minnesota, and then they sold the seats to people that want, like, could I buy this set? Like, Randy, I've had 20 years of calling games. I want this section of wall or window or something to commemorate my time.
You should be able
here.
to take something home, Trevor. I agree. We'll work on that while the season goes on.
I'm not quite sure what the delay is here. They've got the big Pella Dutch banner at the 5-yard line.
They can't penetrate it. It's too strong.
That's a problem, Randy. if our guys can't get through that.
They're waiting for the band. That's what it was. The band was holding them up.
All right, let's check our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Just 2 games that were early 7 o'clock starts on the network. Indianola 10, Urbandale nothing. That is at the end of the first quarter. And at last check, Pella Christian 20, Des Moines Christian nothing, middle of the first quarter. Other games tonight, Knoxville's at Boone, PCM hosting Sigourney, Keota, and Norwalk is at Carlisle. Of course, our game is Pella and Ballard.
I'm interested to see how that Norwalk-Carlisle game turns out. That'll tell us a few things about our season, I think.
Well, that's a game that has anything's possible. You know, Carlisle had 2 running backs that combined for 3,000 yards and like literally 50 touchdowns last year. Gone.
They're gone.
Norwalk, Landon Hookstein, who carved Pella apart in the opener. And, you know, he threw for 2,500 yards, ran for 800. Dylan Rank, all gone. Like, so both of those teams are kind of either retooling or regrouping or reloading, maybe. But it will be interesting to see which one can come out on top in that Warren
Same
County
with
battle.
Indianola kind of too, right? They lost a lot of weapons too.
Yep, Brick, Kingery
is one I was thinking of, yeah.
Yep, I mean, so across our listening area, you know, as we look at a lot of times it's like, you know, week 1 here, we do our player profile in our Jeremy Dingham and Concrete Football Friday Night Radio preview show. It's like, okay, like last year, like, okay, we're going to have Isaac Kakmarinsky here or Drew Kingery there or Landon Hookstein there. We don't really have that in the listening. Like, they're gone, and there's no real guys waiting in the wings, you know, there are guys waiting. We just don't know who they are, and that's the beauty of tonight and the next couple of weeks is we get an opportunity for some of these guys to really show that they're going to make their mark here in 2023.
Right, because even like Fuller, who had a pretty decent junior year, he wasn't like projected to be the superstar until he ran 300 yards against Indianola or whatever that was, So.
All right, we are almost ready for the coin toss. I mean, we've filled an hour and 3 minutes so far, Randy.
And I didn't tell any jokes.
You got any queued up?
Oh, I got lots of them, but you don't want to hear them. So
we'll wait until we really need them.
We did just fine without the jokes, yep.
They should let folks know that if you're watching on Pella Dutch Live, you can thank the folks at Record Dental. They are tonight's live stream video presenting partner. Just as the Pella Dutch strive for excellence on and off the field, Record Dental strives for excellence in serving their patients, and Record Dental wishes all the best to all the teams in their fall seasons.
Well, let's have a good season, Trevor.
Looking forward to it, Randy. It'll be Andrew and I as we look at the schedule. 9 Pella games. Andrew's got 5 of them. I've got 4 of them. Randy has 9 of them.
5 home.
And we hope maybe more than 9 this year. It's a rare year that the Dutch aren't playing extra football in October and November. Last year was one of those years, and they're hoping to get back to the postseason here in 2023. Ballard wins the opening coin toss and declines. Pella will receive the ball on the right side. Yes, Pella will be going from right to left to get things going. Ballard from left to right. Tonight's colors of the game have Pella in their all green jerseys with the white shoulder stripes and the white socks, with the green helmets with the white numbers and the white Dutch, and Ballard in the all-white jerseys with the red lettering and numerals. So green and white of Pella, white and red of Ballard. Tonight's colors of the game, and Ballard, when they get on the field here in just a moment, will be kicking from left to right.
Essentially no wind. The flag is barely moving. If there's anything, it's about 2 miles an hour out of the north. But
so did the Pella student section go like Kevin Garnett, LeBron James with the baby powder? I think they have.
Is it powder or is it steam or smoke
no,
or something?
I see a baby. You can see one of the students has a baby powder bottle.
Nice.
And they're doing the throw the baby powder in the air bit over in the Pella student section.
Well, my kids are out of high school, well out of high school, and my grandkids are not yet in high school, so they're not affected by the powder just yet.
Our banner's already bit the dust. Thankfully, we have the mayor down there to try to help us out. Yeah. Don DeWard will be with me for Central College coverage this fall. He and I will be in Northfield, Minnesota at St. Olaf next Saturday.
Are we going to have the KNIA banner encased in glass on the front of the new press box? So you don't have to put it up and down every time?
I would like for something like that to happen. We do have new KNIA KRLS Pella Dutch Live big banner that's going in the gym permanently.
Cool.
I don't have one for out here yet because of the weather, but that would be a great idea.
Put it in under glass and put it on the outside of the press box.
That's a great note. All right, we are ready to go with high school football tonight on KNIA-KRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV. Trevor Castle, Randy Sikkema, ready for the opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier.
Let's go Dutch.
Left to right. Ball is in the air. Baby powder in the air. And we are underway. And the kick return as a flag comes flying out at the 20. An absolute deluge of baby powder. This is incredible. And I'm not sure in a good way either. And unfortunately for the Dutch,
we're not going to be able to call the first play, Trevor.
That may get looked into for future games. I mean, they had to have cleaned out the entire baby section at all 3 big chain stores, Hy-Vee and company.
What are the babies going to use all of next week?
They aren't going to have any. Okay, so a penalty on the kickoff return puts Pella in a bind.
Blocking the back, I assume. We couldn't really see the signal from the powder, but they're going to start on what, about the 12?
Yeah, that's
no, maybe the 11.
11, so an 11-yard half the distance to the goal penalty on Pella, and they'll start first down and 10.
Empty backfield.
4 receivers to the right. Man comes in motion, snap, and it's Hardman on a quarterback run around the right side, and he's out to the 14-yard line for a 3-yard gain.
Wow, smell the powder.
Man alive, that was a lot of baby powder.
Look at these kids walking in. Their hair is just covered with powder.
I mean, you can smell it. Is palpable.
It is.
Second
Thankfully,
down
it
and
didn't
7.
hit the playing surface, so the football players were not affected.
Dutch spread it again. This time 4 receivers left, 1 to the right. They're spreading 4 to the wide side of the field. Snap to Hardman, quick pass near side, nice block, little shake and bake, and up to the 19-yard line. The catch is made by Bailey Shetterly. Of course, that last name is very familiar to Pella fans. That is a 5-yard gain, and it is 3rd and 2.
A little taller than his brother.
3rd down and 2. Shetterly comes near side left. They put Core Heiser lined up as the tight end left. There's a wingman behind him, receiver to the right as well. And Hardman hands it off. Left side run. Reed Beard has the first down and more. Breaks the tackle, crosses the 25, and slithers to the 27-yard line for a gain of 8.
Very nice run, very nice blocking by the O-line, the left side of the O-line. And Beard, very strong young man, and it was a strong run.
No score, Pella going quickly, 10:40 to go in the first quarter, and on a 1st down and 10, they hand it to Beard again, and this time he's met in the backfield and dropped for no gain as the tackle is made by Bo Warg.
Yeah, Ballard kind of blew that one up a little bit. It was pretty much the same play as last time, but they had better penetration. Beard didn't have anywhere to go. Got maybe a foot.
Second down and 10 coming up. They've now reached the end of the first quarter on this Stravers Cellular Instant Radio Update. 20-0. Pella Christian leads Des Moines Christian after 1. 2nd and 10 for the Dutch. 3 wide receivers and a wingman. Snap. Hardman in trouble. Rolls out to the right. Checks it down. Catch is made. Very short gain. Tyson Barnes, the 3-yard reception up to the 29-yard line, and it's 3rd and 7.
Nice job, though, by Hardman to pick up the low snap and avoid a tackle, quite honestly, and got out in the open, at least picked up 3 yards instead of a negative play.
A couple of Stravers Cellular Instant Radio updates. It's 17-0. Indianola over Urbandale early 2nd, and Norwalk an 80-yard touchdown on the first snap leads Carlisle 7-zip. Here's a 3rd down rather. Quick pass, far side, too tall, and a little too much zip from Hardman. It went through the hands of Shetterly. Incomplete, 4th down, and the Pella punting team comes on.
Yeah, I'm not sure he would have got the first down anyway with that one. It looked like to be a couple yards short. Almost a late hit over there on him. I thought it might draw a flag, but probably a good sign the refs are letting him play a little bit in week 1.
Pella nothing. Ballard nothing. 9 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Pella, after a illegal block in the back penalty, pushed them back to start at their own 11-yard line. Did pick up 1 first down.
Yeah, I got 18 yards out of that drive, so see if Hardman can launch a big punt here.
Hardman standing at his own 15-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 29, and he boots it away. And it's caught in the run at the 38-yard line. Room to roam, near sideline at the 50, into Pella territory and down to the 45-yard line. A 17-yard return, and Ballard has a 1st and 10 at the 45.
It was a good punt. It was a little low, I think, by standards, and so the returner was able to get it and get a head steam start before the coverage team could get down there.
9 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. Pella nothing, Ballard nothing, and the Bombers have a 1st down and 10 at the Pella 45-yard line.
They had 12 in the huddle. Is that not a penalty in high school?
Must not be, or they didn't catch it. Here comes a motion man looping from the near side as Ballard moves from left to right. Handoff around the left side. Rouse has a ton of running room. Not even touched until he gets to the 2nd level, and he's finally chopped down at the 24-yard line for a 21-yard rumble. That will give him 22 down to the 23-yard line. That was right around left end, and a nice job of blocking by the Bomber offensive line.
Yeah, there was a lot of room over there, that's for sure. I haven't seen enough defensive snaps yet to know like who's on that side of the field, but there wasn't a whole lot of green shirts over there when he got there.
1st down and 10 at the 23-yard line for Ballard. Shotgun formation for Gatchel. Takes the snap. Back to Rouse. Straight ahead run. He's inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone as he drags defenders down to the 17-yard line for a gain of 6. Well, that's a little bit too easy on those first 2 plays for Ballard.
Yeah, so far. See if we can figure something out here.
Des Moines Christian is on the board. It's 20-7 Pella Christian with 11:27 to go in the second quarter in the capital city. Second down and 3 here for Ballard at the Pella 17-yard line, moving from left to right. Rouse motions out of the backfield. Gatchel rolls to the right, looks to throw, fires towards the front corner of the end zone. Short, incomplete. It's 3rd and 3.
Good defensive pressure that time from, looked like Cowman maybe, or is that Shetterly coming up? I've got the numbers all memorized.
Bailey Shetterly.
Came up late, did his coverage, and then came up to pressure the quarterback who was rolling out and forced him to throw it before he was ready, I believe, and threw it short.
You know, it's interesting, and it's 2 plays, and these Ballard coaches know more than I ever will about football, but I always find it interesting. You rip one off for 22, you go straight up the gut for 6, pretty easy.
Why not do it again?
Throwing the ball. I mean, 3rd and 4. Maybe it's because they figure they have 2 more downs to get the first down. Snap, Gatchel looks left, pump fakes, throws, batted down, incomplete, 4th down.
Good job by the defensive front that time. Got their hands up and knocked the pass down.
Pella nothing, Ballard nothing with 7:59 to go, and Ballard ready to go for it on 4th down.
Might have been Parsons that knocked that down. Hard to tell. There's a lot of bodies in there, but yeah, they're going for it. I think I would too. I don't know what they've got for a field goal kicker. They might not know yet what they have for a field goal kicker.
They don't have anybody returning the kick to field goal or extra point last year. They had 2 seniors that did those 2 things.
Okay.
So from here with the ball at the 17-yard line, it'd be a 35-yard try. They figure let's go for it on 4th and 4.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to give us good field position or anything if they don't make it.
7:59 to go, diamond formation. Gatchel standing at the 22. There's a snap. We've got a whistle, and we've got a delay of game.
Sweet.
So now 4th and 9 on the Bombers.
That'll help. Looked like it was going to be a running play to the right, but I don't think it was Rouse.
Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update. Sigourney Keota 9, PCM nothing. A safety followed by a kick return touchdown for the Cobras.
Wow.
And they're up 9-zip.
Rouse is going to the bench, so it's not going to be a Rouse run for sure.
And this is why I probably would have run the ball on 2nd and 4.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, early spot for the Pella defense. 4th and 9 for Ballard at the 22-yard line. Gatchel rolling to the left. Parsons pressures.
Job.
He knocks the ball down. Pass is incomplete, and Pella holds on their first 4th down of the season.
Great pressure by Parsons, but the D-line did a nice job of standing up the O-line, and the D-backs were in great coverage. Whoa, and the coach just got wiped out.
Ours or theirs?
Is that Ballard? I can't tell. No, the Pella coach went up to did a chest bump with one of his players and got smoked.
I missed that one, Randy. I wish I would have seen it.
Well, let's see. It's not Ballard. It'd be something he would do, though.
I don't know if we'll get a replay down there
I
for
doubt
us.
it. Not on that. It was clear down in front of our sideline.
All right, Pella gets the ball in a 0-0 game, 7:53 to go first quarter. Live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, starting at the 22-yard line. It's Luke Hardman, direct snap around the right side, crosses the 25 out to the 26 for a gain of 4.
He's a strong, big young man. I like to see him run a fair amount this year. That'd be a good play for us, I think.
In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Pella picked up 1 first down, then had to punt. Ballard picked up 1 first down, then was stopped on 4th down, and the Dutch have the ball back. 2nd down and 6 at the 26-yard line. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarian.
And now 2nd down, we've got a whistle, and Jay McKinstry has called a Pella Motors timeout.
Didn't like what he was seeing, apparently. The handoff was going to go to Emmanuel Deers, a junior, out of the backfield.
But we get a Pella Motors timeout, which allows us to just catch our breath for a moment. Some pretty decent action here in the early going, almost 5 minutes into the season.
Brush the powder off of our uniforms.
Well, and as I understand, the video wasn't quite rolling, so I don't believe we have any videographic evidence.
No proof.
But if you missed that, that'd be another good in case you missed it. Right as the opening kick went in the air, 40 gallons of baby powder from the Pella student section just got shot out of a cannon. I mean, it was bottle after bottle after bottle. A massive, massive cloud of baby powder rolled across the Pella High cheering section. We literally couldn't see the field for a good 30 seconds.
Couldn't call the kick return.
Still can smell and kind of taste it a little bit. They took Kevin Garnett and LeBron James and put that on steroids.
They're
Wow.
babies compared to that.
Wow.
That was massive.
All right, we're out of the Pella Motors timeout. 2nd down and 6. Ball is at the 26-yard line, right to left for Pella. Low snap, handoff to Deers around the left side, and Deers has the first down before he gets bounced down out of the 34-yard line for a gain of 8.
Yeah, very nice run by Deers. Good blocking again by the left side of the O-line. Good quick feet by Deers. I like to see that.
1st down and 10 for Pella in a scoreless game with 7:05 remaining in the opening quarter. Pella will send Shetterly wide to the right. Carson Leathers also going right, as is Colin Kernt. One receiver left. Deers in the backfield. And we've got a whistle before the snap. Motion. Pella. 5-yard penalty.
Right snap. Full start. Number 51 of the offense.
First penalty on the Dutch. Ballard has one, so not too bad for the first quarter of the first game.
We've already got a new lineman in there for Pella at left tackle. Sophomore Benjamin Dothiger is in at left tackle. So not sure what happened to Gideon Vandekeef. And there's a throw to the far side, a little bit tall, but Shetterly makes the catch. They're trying to rip it away as he goes to the ground up at the 35-yard line. So that's a gain of 6. They get the penalty yardage back, and it's 2nd and 9.
Could be, too, that Vandekeef's one of those two-way players and just needs a breather with the hot air.
Try to keep an eye on that. Number 70, there's nobody on the trainer's table.
So, yeah, got the penalty back. 2nd and 9, something manageable here. Actually, a little less than 9, about 8.5. But see what play we call here.
No score first quarter, 5:59 remaining at Pella High. Snap, and it's Hardman on a run around the left side. One of their backers shot free, shot right through the gap and made the tackle in the backfield for a loss. That was Rhett Hedrick, all the way back at the 32-yard line for a loss of 4.
Yeah, they smelled that one coming. They got really good pressure coming from the far side of the defensive line.
Junior 5'10 linebacker, and he was untouched. Got to get these snaps up a little bit, Parker Hemming. Too many of them in the early going have just been a little low, and that play was doomed from the start because of the good play of Hedrick. But got to get the ball to Hardman. Much better snap. Luke to throw on 3rd and 12. Check down to Beard. He's going to have to make a lot of things happen here. He's eventually knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain. And now it's 4th and 9, and Pella to punt again.
Well, some signs of a good drive there. We didn't quite get the job done, but got another first down. See what kind of punt we get off this time.
Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Johnson Morgan does it again. A 79-yard touchdown run. His 3rd of the game, and it's 28-7 Pella Christian.
What's he got, 200 yards rushing already?
Well, he's got 170 on 3 touchdowns. Snap to Hardman. Boots it away. Lands at the 37. Takes a Pella bounce inside the 30. Inside the 25 and down at the 23
dangerous
yard line.
On that. That is their stud running back, Rouse, back there running punts back, and he did a nice job last time, but that one was a shorter kick that had a good bounce, and Rouse jumped on it. Probably only saved his team maybe 2 yards. I'm not sure it's worth the risk.
You don't want the hit either.
Right.
Well, much better field position for the Pella defense here at the 24-yard line. 4:58 to go in the first quarter. Trevor Castle, Randy Sycamore live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Knoxville 7, Boone nothing. Norwalk 7, Carlisle 7. We're scoreless. 0-0 between Pella and Ballard, and it's a handoff on a left side run. A little shake and bake in the backfield, and end up going backwards. That is a loss on the play of 3 yards.
24.
I thought it was 2. Oh, 24 for us.
No, 24 for them. This is running back, I think.
Let's check that. I thought it was... I had 2.
Well, both of them are listed as wide receivers, so it's hard to tell, but you want to give it to 2?
Well, that was what I saw. I don't know that I'm right, Randy. Either
Loss
way,
of
it's
3.
3-yard setback. And this time they come to the
time it is
ground
2.
on an inside handoff, and that doesn't go any better.
It's 5.
It's a 2-yard loss. Well, let's go with that, Randy. We'll go with Red Hedrick on both of those.
Okay.
Either way, 5 yards of lost yardage, or 4 yards of lost yardage for Ballard, and it is now 3rd and 14.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, as impressive as Rouse was on the first 2 carries, he hasn't carried it since.
And now they're in 3rd and 14 in a scoreless game with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
And he's not in the game this time either.
Now it's a little slip screen, and it's blown up. 3 negative plays on defense, and it's 4th and long for Ballard.
I thought for a second there that might be a pick 6. I mean, it looked like the D-back was going to get there before the receiver did, but he made an excellent tackle out there in the open. Loss of 5. I didn't see who caught it.
That was number 0, Chance Landy, on the catch. And this is more than people probably care that are listening, but I am certain that was number 2 now that I just saw Jude Gibson back out there on that last play.
Okay.
So Gibson went for -3.
Get him, get him, get him, get him!
There's a fumble. Ball is loose, still loose on the ground, and at this point it doesn't matter, but it's Pella coming up with the recovery at the 8-yard line.
Special teams. Gotta consider the special teams. Bad snap on the... Actually, it wasn't a bad snap. The punter just dropped the ball. And we didn't have a great deal of pressure at the beginning of the play, but it took him forever to try to pick it up, and he never did pick it up. So great job by the Dutch defense and alertness and falling on that ball. 1st and goal from 7, 8?
2 minutes, 46 seconds remaining first quarter. And it's 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So you're keeping the official stats. I'm going to give up on that one. That was punter's loss of about, 10, 12 yards?
Hardman standing at the 12-yard line in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hardman off to the right side with the run. He's inside the 5, down to the 4. They'll give him the 3. That's a 5-yard gain for Luke.
I don't see a problem with just doing that every play until we get in the end zone. The offensive line's doing a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage.
Pella going quick. Snap to Hardman, and not much
Maybe
there.
Maybe a yard.
Down to about the 1.5, so officially the 2. That's a 1-yard gain for Hardman.
Go for it on 4th down if we don't make this?
Absolutely. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 2 with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
We tried to go with a quick play on that 2nd down play. This time we're taking a little more time thinking about it, getting the play called in.
They're taking a long time in the huddle. Pella from right to left. Beard to the right of Luke Hardman in the shotgun. 3rd and goal at the 2. It's Hardman again, straight ahead, hurtling into the end zone. Touchdown, Pella. Luke Hardman, a 2-yard score. It's 6-0 Dutch.
That's a good play there. That time we went every time to the right side of the O-line. Earlier we've been running everything to the left side. Both sides of the O-line doing a nice job so far tonight.
And Luke Hardman with the touchdown run for Pella. Comes with 1 minute and 42 seconds in the first quarter. They recover the muffed punt snap at the 8, and in 3 plays, they're in the end zone.
Yeah, good job by the whole team there. Capitalize on the mistake.
And Luke trying to get all 7 points. High snap brought down. Kick is up and good. And the Dutch have a 7-0 lead. 1 minute, 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA KRLS.com.
Pella Cinemas proudly presents the inspirational true story, The Hill, rated PG. It's an emotional story about Ricky Hill, who overcomes poverty and physical obstacles to pursue his dream of playing Major League Baseball. Also new this week at Pella Cinemas is Gran Turismo, rated PG-13, a true story about a video gamer who earns the chance to race in real life. And held over is the family-focused superhero movie Blue Beetle, rated PG-13. For a list of showtimes, visit Pella-Cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. We're live on KNIAKRLS.com. Pella Dutch Live and Pella TV. Trevor Castle and Randy Sikkema with you. A season ago, Luke Hardman ran 72 times for 299 yards and 1 touchdown. He's already matched that total in the first 10 minutes of 2023.
That's kind of surprising that he only had 1 last year.
I expect a lot more than that this year, Randy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a little bigger this year than he was last year. He was pretty decent sized already last year, but he's a little bigger guy this year.
Norwalk 14, Carlisle 7 on a Strawberry Cellular instant radio update. Our score 7-0 Pella, and the kickoff is taken from the 5-yard line, left to right, up the numbers, far side of the field, across the 25 and out to the 28-yard line. And Ballard will start there on their 3rd drive of the game with 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pella 7, Ballard nothing. And while we have a moment, let's give you a full rundown of the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. It's Pella Christian 28, Des Moines Christian 7 in the second quarter. Knoxville leads Boone 7-0 in the first quarter. It's 17-7 Indianola over Urbandale in the second quarter. PCM trailing Sigourney Keota 9-0 in the first, and Norwalk leads Carlisle 14-7 in the first quarter on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Here's a handoff to Rouse around the right side. Huge room, massive block out on the right end. And finally, Bailey Shetterly makes the tackle at the 46-yard line for a gain of 18.
Well, he ran right by one of our guys. One of our linebackers was completely looking on the right side of the field, and he went running right past him. Our defender never saw him or the ball.
1 minute and 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pella 7, Ballard 0.
Thankfully, the D-backs got the job done, but that was a big run.
Three carries, 46 yards for Eli Rouse.
Yeah.
Split wide receivers. One on the near side numbers, one way at the top out by the sideline.
Oh,
and now a little flip pass. That's a forward pass, or should be ruled a forward pass. I'm not sure who recovered it. Pella did, and it's Pella ball.
That was
Randy, I'm certain that was a forward flip pass.
Well, that's true.
And they're talking about that right now.
That's true. That's going to be an incomplete pass. That was just a really ugly play. It was supposed to be a pitch play, but Rouse got ahead of the quarterback, and he pitched it to him anyway.
It looked like it was going to be a speed option, and then to your point, Rouse got out in front of the quarterback Gatchel, who flipped it to him. It was dropped and recovered by Pella at the 42-yard line. So it's either Pella ball at the 42 or Ballard back at the original line of scrimmage of the 46 for a 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
There are 4 officials with an official's Pella Motors timeout trying to figure this one out.
It's got to be.
Here comes the signal. It is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's the right call in my opinion.
Pella fans don't like it, but I assure you that is the correct call.
Right. It didn't used to be that way. When you underhand pitched it like that, it was years ago. I'm an old guy.
Well, it's the reason that all these teams, instead of doing the jet sweep handoff, they do the little tap pass.
Tap it up in the air.
Because if it's dropped, it's an incomplete pass, not a fumbled ball.
Right.
That one was not that. That was maybe a little discombobulated play.
It was just an ugly play.
And it's 2nd down and 10. And now they go to Rouse coming around the right side, trying to turn the corner, breaks the tackle, breaks another, finally bounced out of bounds in the Pella bench at the 47-yard line, good for 7.
Well, they gave him a pretty generous spot.
Let's see, they may have pushed it back a yard. Yeah, 6-yard gain to the 48. So 3rd and 4 coming up with Pella leading 7-0, 45 seconds and counting here in the first quarter.
And Rouse is going out. I was going to say, this is a key play right here, and Rouse is going out, so this is probably going to be a pass play.
3rd and 4 for Ballard. They're 0 of 2 on 3rd downs in this first quarter.
Double tight ends.
Gatchel out of the pistol, takes a snap, and they go to the ground, and they don't get it. A 1-yard gain to the 47-yard line. That was Rhett Hedrick, number 5. And it's 4th and 3.
Yeah, they can't be going for it, can they? Looks like they are.
26 seconds remaining.
Maybe they're just going to let it run out and think about it.
They do not need to run another play here this quarter. And it remains to be seen as to whether they will try to do so.
I think they're going to get it in. I'm kind of surprised they're going for it, quite honestly.
4th and 3 from the Pella 47-yard line.
Maybe try to draw us off.
Dutch have 5 up along the line of scrimmage. 2 seconds, 1 second, 0 seconds. First quarter over. Lou Cartman, a 2-yard touchdown run, the only score of the game after a muffed punt snap by Ballard. It's 7-0 Dutch, live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Are you ready to make your dream home a reality? I'm Ryan Shields with Washington State Bank. Whether you're buying or building, we're here to help you with your real estate needs. Just visit our website at washsb.com and fill out the easy information request form, or swing by our branch at 703 Main Street in Pella. You can also call us at 641-215-5004 for more details. Washington State Bank, invested in you, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pella Engraving and Sign Company has a way to help your business or organization stand out. Vehicle graphics. Vehicle graphics are designed with bright, vibrant colors to make you stand out from all the other cars, trucks, vans, and trailers on the road due to its unique and creative designs based on your company's logo. Everywhere you go, everywhere you park, your business is on display. For more information on how Pella Engraving and Sign Company can help you grow your business, visit PellaEngraving.com or call 628-2791.
Pella 7, Ballard nothing, as we welcome you back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. You are listening to Pella High Football, powered by Bank Iowa on KNIA-KRLS.com. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being. Whatever that is for you, Bank Iowa says, let's make it happen. First play of the second quarter. It's 4th and 3 for Ballard, right to left at the Pella 47. Gatchel rolling out to the right, takes off to run. First down and more along the far sideline, and he's bounced out of bounds around the 40. We'll see where they spot him out. But it's a first down gain and move the chains for the Bombers.
Give them
7 to the 40. Yep.
Okay.
So a 4th down conversion. They're now 1 of 2 on 4th downs. On their opening drive of the game, Ballard started in Pella territory at the 45-yard line, got it inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Eventually had to go for it on 4th downs. Noah Parsons made a great defensive play, and Pella got off the field. Dutch leads 7-zip. 1st and 10 from the 40. Fake to Rouse. Bootleg right. Throw is caught. And inside the 30-yard line.
Right at the 30.
See where they mark him out. That is big number 99 on the reception for Ballard. Didn't have that on the bingo card. Defensive lineman Henry Christensen makes the catch for a gain of 9.
Must have been announced eligible. On that 4th down play, they called the right play. We had a blitz coming from the right side, our right side, their left, and they ran it to their right.
2nd down and inches now for the Bombers. Gatchel takes a snap. They hand it off to Rouse, met in the backfield, and Parsons is there to make the tackle for a 0. I guess it's about a loss of a yard, but it's still 3rd and 1. It was 2nd and an inch, and now it's 3rd and the full yard, and that's a 0-yard gain for Rouse.
And they went for it from 4th and 4 at midfield. They're for sure going to go for it here if they get a 4th down. So see what we can do here. Maybe get an interception or a sack.
3rd down and 1. Pella with a 7-0 lead, but Ballard has the ball at the Pella 31-yard line in all white with the red numerals, moving from right to left.
Got to think Rouse is going to get the ball here.
Gatchel sends a man in motion. Looping back behind the quarterback, takes a snap, inside handoff to Rouse, breaks a tackle, and another, and he has the first down, then lost the ball heading to the ground. And they'll say he was down to the 28-yard line. Ground caused the fumble. It's a 3-yard gain and moved the chains for Ballard.
We got a hit on him behind the line of scrimmage, but he's a big young man. Got to have more of a wraparound on that tackle to get him all the way down. And 1st and 10 at the 28. See what the defense can do from here.
Strawber's Cellular Instant Radio Update. It's now Knoxville 14, Boone nothing, and they're at the half. Indianola 17, Urbandale nothing. Our score, Pella 7, Ballard nothing. 1st and 10 for the Bombers at the Dutch 28-yard line. Out of the diamond, they hand it off to Rouse. Right side run, and he's stacked up around the 25-yard line for a gain of 3. Noah Parsons tried to reach his arm out there and make the tackle, and he's still down on the field holding his left hand, and he may have got dinged up by the big left leg of Eli Rouse.
Yeah, he's a strong, big young man, so I can see where that would hurt. I'm just hoping he didn't break anything.
By the way, we had mentioned earlier Gideon Vandekeef was not in at left tackle. He is in right now at his linebacker spot, so was probably just getting a breather. Here's a 2nd down and 7 now for Ballard, with Pella leading 7-0 2 minutes into the second quarter. They do go with the handoff to Rouse around the left side, and 3 Dutch defenders ride him down at the 23-yard line. That's actually a new ball carrier as well for Ballard, I believe number 18. Try to catch that. It was number 18. So let's try to just get everybody straight here. Week 1, Randy. Brody Sampson had the ball carry that time, and he picked up 2 yards.
3rd and 4-ish. 3.5.
1 of 4 on 3rd downs for the Bombers so far. Gatchel out of the pistol, takes a snap, hands it off to the right side. This is Hedrick.
Beard's
Can't turn the corner. He's taken down after a 1-yard gain, and it's 4th and 2.
Yeah, I think maybe a 1-yard loss, maybe. We'll see where they spot it, but Beard had him behind the line of scrimmage to start with. Yeah, they gave him a no gain. Who was the carrier?
That was Hedrick, number 5, and it's 4th down and 3. This Dutch defense has played well. They're allowing Ballard to just 1 of 5 on 4th downs. On 3rd downs, rather, and 1 of 2 on 4th downs. And this is a 4th and 3.
Yep, let's make it 1 of 3, shall we? Timeout, Ballard.
That is a Pella Motors timeout. At Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Trevor Castle, Randy Sikkema, live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on KNIAKRLS.com. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. The only score of this game came late in the first quarter on a Luke Hardman 2-yard run. Pella had recovered a fumble by Ballard as the Bombers had muffed the punt snap. Pella jumped on it at the 8-yard line. 3 Luke Hardman quarterback power runs, and the 3rd one took him into the end zone. Pella 7, Ballard nothing, and now the Bombers will have a 4th down from the Pella 22. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
And we do have another Strawber's Cellular Instant Radio update. It's Sigourney Kyoto 15, PCM 7, as the Mustangs are on the board with 4:52 to go in the second quarter. Out of the Pella Motors timeout.
Big play here.
It is 4th down and 3 for Ballard. They're 1 of 2 on 4th down so far tonight. They're going with the diamond formation. They've got an offensive lineman lined up to the right of the quarterback, Gatchel. They hand it off to Hedrick around the right side.
And he
stopped at the 20-yard line. He gets 2. He needed 3, and the Dutch defense gets off the field.
Great tackle. I'm not sure who made it on the defense that time, but that was a really strong tackle. Kept him a yard short of the 1st down. Great job, defense. No coaches giving chest bumps this time.
That was a one-and-done thing, huh, Randy?
I think so.
Boy, when they need short yardage, they're not going to Rouse either.
It really
I'm just surprised about this, Randy.
Yep, me too.
Ball is at the 20-yard line, 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. We've got our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show coming up, and of course, the first of many performances by the Pella High Marching Dutch. I heard a bit of a hip-hop theme for 2023. So
is that right?
I'm excited to see what they come up with. Here's Hardman with the throw to the near side. Block out on the edge. Catch is made. And I think that's Colin Current.
Yeah, it is.
Out of the 27-yard line. The junior
9.
picks up 7 to the 27.
Okay.
And Pella going quickly, very quickly with Hardman. And actually they did get 8. Yeah, line of scrimmage was the 19, then Current got 8, and now they plow ahead with Hardman, and he gets 3, and it's first down Pella at the 30. Boy, that was lightning fast for the Dutch.
Yeah, they tried that once before unsuccessfully down there at the goal line, but that time it worked, got the first down.
7-0 Pella. 7:46 remaining here in the first half. Dutch a 1st and 10 at their own 30, moving from left to right in all green, and it's Emmanuel Deers around the left side. And Deers is out to the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Good yardage on first down for the Dutch.
Yeah, he's looked good on both of his carries so far. Like I said, quick feet.
Quick snap, handoff to Deers around the left side again. Deers breaks one tackle and another. If he'd have broken one more, he'd be all the way to the end zone. But as it is, he picks up 11, give him a dozen, move the chains, and Pella going real quick here on first down and 10 at the 47. Back to the ground again, same play with Deers. And he spins his way into Ballard territory, picking up 4 to the 49.
As long as he's not tired, keep doing it until they stop it, right?
That is 4 carries, 29 yards, 3 for 21 on this drive for Deers. And he'll check out. Here comes in Reed Beard.
He's getting a break. Yeah, he's got to be winded.
Pella 7, Ballard nothing. 6 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here in the first half. They'll send 4 receivers to the near right side as Pella moves from left to right.
Beard's not in the backfield.
1 receiver to the left, snap to Hardman, fakes the screen and takes off with a quarterback run and gets 2 yards down to the 47-yard line.
I don't know if it's designed that way. I think it was supposed to be a wide receiver screen, but it looked like it was going to be defended, and so Hardman just took it down and got what he could.
The Dutch need 3 here on 3rd down, maybe even 4. We'll call it 3rd and 4.
Yeah.
Ball's just inside the 47. They need just outside the 43.
Historically, we don't go for it on 4th down here unless it's really weak offense, and that's not who we're playing tonight.
The Dutch are 1 of 3 on 3rd downs thus far. Hardman hands it to Beard around the right side. He gives ground and then loses ground back to the 49-yard line, a loss of 2.
Yeah, that one was well defended by Ballard. I think they saw that one coming. Maybe the lineup that we used, the position of the blockers, I'm not sure, but Beard didn't have a chance. That wasn't his fault.
So Pella in a punt situation now. Hey, they got off the field on 4th down around the 20-yard line for the 2nd time in this game. And they're going to flip the field position here with Hardman ready to boot.
Yeah, and who knows, we could get a fumbled snap, although I think that has been Rouse back there. That doesn't look like him this time.
Can't see the number the way the body is turned.
Looks like a
here.
single digit to me.
Snap to Hardman.
There's a punt. There's a punt.
Boot. Fair catch called for and made.
22.
At the 13-yard line. 5 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Ballard will have a 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line as they trail Pella by a score of 7-0. Let's run down our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Pella Christian 28, Des Moines Christian 7. That's in the 2nd quarter. Knoxville leads Boone 14-0. They're at the half. Indianola 17, Urbandale 0. 2nd quarter, PCM trailing Sigourney Keota 15-7. And Norwalk leads Carlisle in the 2nd quarter 14-7. Here it's 7-0 Pella on the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. 1st and 10 for Ballard at the 13-yard line. Gatchell takes a snap, wants to throw, checks it down short, and the catch is made very short yardage that time. And let's see where they mark him down at the 15-yard line. So that's a 2-yard gain for Jackson Fleischman, just the 3rd completed pass for Ballard for 6 yards. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Knoxville, Pella, and Melcher Dallas. They're serving you and building community across the county. 2nd down and 8 after Fleischman's 2-yard reception. 3 of 7 for 6 yards passing for Ballard. Gatchell, the converted wide receiver, takes the snap and hands it off. And this time Rouse breaks free, breaks the tackle, and he's off and going. Pella territory and a lot more down the far sideline and all the way home. Touchdown Ballard, 85 yards. And there was a couple of dudes that had an angle, Randy, and Eli Rouse outran them all.
Yes, he did. He's big and fast. It was a really nice run, well blocked. Like you said, we had some chances. He's just a good running back.
Well, that puts a hush over the Pella crowd. 143 yards on 8 carries for Eli Rouse. Woo! An 85-yard stinger.
Well, maybe we can, looks like they're going for 2. Maybe we can stop them here and still have the lead.
They'll go out of the diamond formation. And we've got a whistle.
Timeout, Pella.
Yep. I think Ben Ballard came running out onto the field to call a Pella Motors timeout. No, before a timeout, a false start.
Okay, then.
It comes with 4:22 on the second quarter clock as Ballard has cut Pella's lead to 7-6. And yeah, they don't appear to have a kicker, Randy.
They must not. At least they don't know of one yet until they get one worked in. So here we go for the extra point from the 8-yard line.
Same diamond formation. Gatchel out of the diamond. Takes it, lobs it to the end zone, knocked up in the air, incomplete. And the 2-point try fails. Pella maintains a 1-point lead, 7-6 Dutch with 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter, live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Accidents come in all shapes and sizes, like those little door dings from that person who wedges their vehicle into a tight parking space, the stray foul ball that happens to find your vehicle, the road rash your bumper gets from a high curb, or an unexpected encounter with a deer out on his evening stroll. No matter how big or small those scratches or dents are, trust Langstrad Auto Body to get it fixed. They put their experience and state-of-the-art technology to work for you to fix it right the first time. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Gordon & Associates Ltd. has offices in Oskaloosa and Creston, and they serve clients throughout most of Iowa. With more than 70 years of service and a growing staff of highly qualified employees, they provide clients with assistance in water treatment and distribution, wastewater collection and treatment, street construction and renovation, stormwater management, and residential, commercial, and industrial developments, in addition to a variety of specialty projects. Today, Gordon & Associates Ltd. continues to grow and prosper, building upon the solid foundation of its predecessors. Give Gordon & Associates a call today at 641-672-2526.
Welcome back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. We are live on KNIAKRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV with 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Pella 7, Ballard 6. Eli Rouse went 85 yards for a bomber touchdown. The 2-point conversion pass is incomplete, and the Dutch with a 1-point lead. And now the kickoff, end over end, will be taken at the 15-yard line on the run by Deers. He bobbled the ball, picks it up off the turf, crosses the 25, and is out to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that was almost dangerous right there, but he did pick it up and get a few more yards.
Boy, I don't know about you, Randy, but just the sweat off my hand. I'm just trying to keep the scorecard from bleeding through here.
It is muggy up here.
Not a great day to be a left-hander. 7-6, Dutch with the lead and the football.
See if we throw a little more here. There's still 4 minutes left. We don't want to give them the ball back with a lot of time either. Beard in the backfield.
Little motion. And it's a quarterback run. And Hardman's
about 7.
Out across the 30. Out to the 33-yard line. So 7-yard gain. 19 yards on 8 carries for Luke Hardman. And the Dutch will go quick with 2nd down and 3. And it's Luke on a quarterback run again. And this time Ballard has the whole plug. No gain. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they tried the same play again, but Ballard made an adjustment clearly and had 2 guys penetrate through the gaps that time.
Well, when we're going quick, we're always running the ball, so it's kind of giving it away.
Right.
And on that one, Luke was like leaning forward as he was waiting for the snap, just screaming, hey, I'm running the ball here. So at some point, Jay McKinstry and Reed Evans, you got to do something different off of that.
But we made a hole on the first play. I mean, he had a hole to run through. There was no hole that time. They shifted over in the gap somehow and angled in better.
Ball is at the 33-yard line. Clock winding near the 3-minute mark of the first half. Pella 7, Ballard 6. Pistol formation. Quarterback run. Hardman again. He gets to the 35, and that's it. And it's 4th and 1 after a 2-yard gain. Pella just 1 of 5 on 3rd downs. Will they go for it on 4th and 1?
Looks like it.
It appears that they will.
Get up under center.
Hardman goes under center. Huge, massive humanity as Hardman tries to sneak it for a yard. According to the far side official, it looks like he got the requisite yardage, at least where he's running in up along the 36-yard line. They'll have to unstack it, and this will all depend on the all-important spot. First down, Pella.
Whew, that was a little too close.
I was holding my breath the whole time, Randy. Couldn't you tell?
No kidding. Good to see an under center snap, though. We don't have too many of those.
First down and 10 for the Dutch with 2:41 to go in the first half. Pella 7, Ballard 6.
Now a pass.
They send 3 receivers near side right, 1 to the left. Beard the back. Hardman rolls out to the right, throws near side through the hands of Bailey Shetterly at the 45, incomplete.
A little behind him, actually, on that throw. Hard catch to make. Stops the clock with 2:27.
2nd and 10 coming up at the 36.
That was gutsy to go for it on 4th down, but at the same time, I really don't want to punt it back to them with just under 3 minutes left in the quarter.
Ballard will start the second half with the ball as well.
Right.
2nd down and 10. Hardman hands it off to Beard, and he is buried right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, there's just no holes there. I mean, there was 3 white jerseys standing there waiting for him to start running.
Well, I think the reason there's no holes, Randy, is Pella hasn't even shown the threat of any kind of downfield passing game.
Right.
And so Ballard can just stick a bunch of guys up along the line of scrimmage and frankly realize even if they throw the ball, it's going to be somewhere close where we can go chase it down.
Well, I could be wrong, but I think every passing play was like a wide-out screen. It wasn't even a pattern. It was just an immediate screen pass.
3rd and 10. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Snap to Hardman, wants to throw, rolls to the right. Under some pressure, looking downfield, pump fakes, lowers his shoulder, runs through a defender, and he's out of bounds around the 38-yard line. So a minimal 2-yard gain, if that, and now 4th down and the punt team for the Dutch. Good coverage for Ballard, didn't let anybody open. Hardman picks up officially 2, and it's 4th and 8.
Has each team taken 1 timeout so far?
I don't have that.
Yeah, 2 on the board for each team.
There you go. Well, the benefit of that 4th down ended up burning a minute and a half off the clock.
Right.
And now the snap to Hardman, and it's a high hanging punt. Fielded at the 25-yard line by Rouse. He's up to the 30 and to the 33-yard line with 1:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Ballard trying for a 2-minute offense here late in the second.
I'm a little surprised they didn't call a timeout on that play to buy him another 30 seconds, but they probably wanted to save 2 for the drive, 1 if they needed to, and then 1 for the end. Well, big stop here. If the defense can hold them and go to the locker room with a 1-point lead, that'd be good.
It's about the kind of game I expected, Randy.
Yeah, me too. I thought we'd throw it a little more, but
I was asked today, you know, what I thought multiple times as I saw people around town, and what I eventually landed on is I said, feels like a 21-14 type game that could go either way.
Right.
And here it's 7-6 nearing the end of the first half. So we're in a close, low-scoring ball game. Dutch trying to hold on to a 1-point lead as Gatchel lobs it up. It's underthrown and incomplete. 3 green-shirted Dutch defenders there. Lake Cowman had the best chance at it. It goes through his fingertips, and it's 2nd down.
That may have been a pick 6. There was nobody else over here for Ballard, just that 1 wide receiver. Wow.
That was an ill-advised throw by Gatchel.
Yes,
he was off his back foot, kind of a lame duck toss. And he got lucky that Cowman couldn't make the catch. It's 2nd and 10, and the Bombers down by 1.
Especially with 2 timeouts, I'm surprised Rouse didn't get a handoff.
Pistol formation. Gatchel takes the snap, hands it to Rouse, straight ahead run, and he's dropped down. 3-yard gain on the play, and a really nice job by Vandekeef to not let Rouse get any further.
Yep.
Third and 7, and Pella is content to let the clock wind here.
And so is Ballard, quite honestly. Yeah. I mean, if they don't get this first down, they'll probably just let the clock run in the quarter.
I'd call a timeout if I'm Pella. We already saw him drop 1 punt snap.
Right.
3rd and 7 from the 36-yard line. Gatchel takes the snap, hands it off to Rouse around the right side, and he falls forward to the 40-yard line, short of the first down after a 4-yard gain, and a Pella Motors timeout called by the Dutch.
See if they go for it.
Well, that would be some kahunas. Pella Motors timeout is Pella's 2nd of the half, where there is an injured Pella player down on the field.
Big body. Is it Vandekeef?
No. It's starts with a number 1 as best I can see.
Parsons, maybe?
I think it might be Noah Parsons. And he's up, and it is Parsons. So he's gotten dinged up a couple of times already tonight.
Hopefully it's more wind and heat and cramp related. He seems to be walking on his own power, although not very quickly.
Oh.
It's easy for me to say. I'm in the booth wearing makeup.
That's normal speed for you.
I'm in the booth wearing makeup. That's what the ESPN guys used to say.
Yeah, something tells me that Noah Parsons could still beat either of us in a foot race, no matter what's going on with him right there.
He could beat us at anything.
Right.
Maybe golf. We might be able to take him in golf.
There you go. 34 seconds to go.
Punt formation at least.
First half. Pella 7, Ballard 6.
How about a bad snap?
Clock is stopped because of the Pella Motors timeout after the 3rd down play.
Good snap
is away, handled cleanly. Great punt, fair catch called for and made back at the 20-yard line by Colin Kurnt. And so the Dutch will have 80 yards to go with 29 seconds remaining in the half.
I would think maybe we take a knee, or at least run one running play to see how it goes, and then take a knee.
Yeah, you know, we've seen some explosiveness out of Emmanuel Deers. Maybe it's the kind of thing where you give him a shot to break one, and, you know, if he's tackled for a couple of yards, you just head to the locker room and let the marching Dutch make their way out onto the field.
I mean, because they only have 2 timeouts left. They can't get the ball back unless we turn it over. So
Hey.
We're not going to do that.
We don't say things like that.
I'm just saying we don't have to punt. Deers is in.
Feels like the right play if you're trying to break one. He's kind of the home run hitter of this offense. Standing to the right of Hardman. And he gets the carry around the left side, and there's no home run being hit there. And he had no chance to even swing the bat as he's dropped for a 4-yard loss.
I think Ballard saw that one coming. Now we let the clock run.
Well, an entertaining first 24 minutes of high school football for the 2023 season. A Luke Hardman 2-yard touchdown run and extra point. And an Eli Rouse 85-yard touchdown run and failed 2-point conversion have us at Pella 7, Ballard 6 at the half. We'll take a timeout and we'll come back with our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show right after this on KNIA-KRLS.com.
It's a swipe and save weekend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hy-Vee. Swipe your Fuel Saver Plus Perks rewards card to get great deals throughout the store, like basket and bushel blueberries, 1 pint for $1.88 limit 1. Pepsi 24 packs for $8.99 limit 1, and a 26 to 32 ounce bag of Ore-Ida potatoes for $2.49 limit 1. But you have to swipe your Fuel Saver Plus Perks rewards card to get the savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at your Pella, Oskaloosa, and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
At BSN Sports, we work with high schools, colleges, and universities all around the country. This is Phil Hemming, and I'd like to say a special thank you to Pella and Pella Christian for their partnership. Both schools earn rewards on every purchase they make for uniforms, apparel, equipment, and every fan gear website we set up. A big thanks to our local schools, and thank you for your support of BSN web stores for your favorite local teams.
To the 50, the 40, and he is gone! Kenson Fuller, 69 yards! It's our Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing, Kenson Fuller.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Welcome inside of our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on KNIAKRLS.com. For tires, front end work, there's no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. The Marching Dutch making their 2023 debut. For those of you watching on Pella Dutch Live and Pella TV, enjoy the view. For those of you listening as well at KNIAKRLS.com, listen in to the sounds of the Marching Dutch.
Please welcome to the field, Pella Marching Dutch.
PRE. all your jewelry, Quincy Place at Tumwa and Penn Central Mall, Oskaloosa, where the area's largest selection of fine jewelry is now on sale.
Welcome back inside of our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on KNIAKRLS.com. Time now to go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. We'll start with the Dutch. Luke Hartman, 12 carries, 24 yards, the lone Pella touchdown. Reed Beard, 4 carries, 5 yards, and Emmanuel Deers, 5 carries for 25 yards. That's 54 yards rushing for Pella. Hardman is 6 of 8 passing for 29 yards, 2 of them to Bailey Shetterly for 11 yards. Colin Current, an 8-yard grab, and a couple of catches each for Tyson Barnes and for Reed Beard. Pella 1 of 6 on third downs. They are 1 of 1 on fourth downs. Couple of penalties for 16 yards. The Dutch have not turned it over. 83 yards of total offense. Ballard had more than that on one play. An 85-yard touchdown for Eli Rouse on his way to 10 carries and 150 yards rushing. Rhett Hedrick, 4 carries for 2 yards. Mason Gatchell, 1 for 7. Jude Gibson, 1 for -3. Brody Sampson, 1 for 2. That's 146 total rushing yards for Ballard. And Gatchell is 3 of 8 for 6 yards passing. The long was to defensive lineman Henry Christensen for a 9-yard gain. Ballard 152 yards of offense. Also 1 of 6 on third downs like Pella. They're 1 of 3 on fourth downs. They committed 1 5-yard penalty, and they did have a costly fumble on a muffed punt snap that led to a Pella touchdown. Inside the Numbers has been delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. I welcome back in Randy Sikkema and a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. Let's start first with the Pella offense, Randy, that has not been very effective. Just 83 yards. They did cash in on the one penalty, or the one turnover rather, to get a touchdown, but we need a little more explosiveness. I'd like to see us at least try to open up the passing game down the field a little bit, but we've just got to get some more offense going.
Yeah, I think that's it exactly. I mean, they're just all creeping up into the box and stopping our running game because we're not even trying to throw the ball downfield. That one play late in the second half where Hardman rolled out, but nobody was open, and he just took it down and ran. Otherwise, every pass play has been an immediate screen pass to the outside receiver. No routes run for patterns or anything. Nothing to the tight ends across the middle. I think we need to try some of those just to loosen up the defense a little.
And if I'm Ballard, he got 10 carries for $150, but I'm even feeding Eli Rouse even more. He broke off an 85-yard run, and he's been tough to bring down.
Oh, he absolutely has. He's a great runner. He proved it last year. It's a little weird that he's not in more plays than he is, and maybe it's because of the heat. Maybe he's protecting some kind of an injury or something, but he's in for 2 plays, then he's out for 3 plays, and he's a great running back and hard to bring down, so you would think we'd see more of that.
Our second half adjustments have been presented by DeYoung Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see the gurus of garage doors at their new showroom at 908 Roosevelt Road, just west of Pella Christian High School.
We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Let's check our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Every game is at the half. Our score, Pella 7, Ballard 6, Pella Christian 28, Des Moines Christian 7, Knoxville 14, Boone 7, Indianola 17, Urbandale nothing, Sigourney Keota 15, PCM 7, and Norwalk 21, Carlisle 10. And we did have a Strawbers Cellular Instant Radio update. Indianola has added a touchdown. They now lead Urbandale 24-0, and that game is our first third quarter score tonight. And for us, that'll wrap up our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. You are listening to Pella High Football, powered by Bank Iowa, on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com. Our audio commentary also available with video at Pella Dutch Live and Pella TV. And that video presentation is being presented by Record Dental. Just as the Pella Dutch strive for excellence on and off the field, they strive for excellence in serving their patients. Record Dental wishes all the best to all the teams in their fall seasons. And it should be an exciting fall here for Pella, especially, I think cross country, is at the top of the heap, literally, after a couple of state championships a year ago and 2 teams that are, ranked and ready to repeat this year, at least in contention. Volleyball, a new coach. Football, trying to bounce back off a 3-6 season, and we've got a 7-6 lead here going to the second half.
Yeah, and then those scores you listed, I'm probably the most impressed or thankful, I guess, that Norwalk's beaten Carlisle at Carlisle.
Yep.
And I'm sure Norwalk's a good team, and I'm sure Carlisle's a good team, but that powerhouse offense that Carlisle ran up last year isn't there anymore. So that gives us a little bit of hope in a district game with them.
And Randy, I'm just going to be honest, I'm not sure that there's a team around that I dislike more than Carlisle.
Oh, I've got a few.
We've got the time.
No, I don't want to put it on the air. I'll tell you at the commercial break. We don't play them anymore. There's a reason.
And part of it is Carlisle's just, they're just a dang good football program.
They're good.
And they play when they're really rolling. They make it very difficult to play against.
Well, for years they've used questionable offensive line blocking schemes. Let's just put it that way. So I'll grant you that. But there's 3 or 4 other teams that just go out to hurt people when they play, and whether they win or lose, as long as they hurt 3 or 4 of the other team's players, those are the teams I don't want to play. That's not Carlisle. They're not that.
All right, Pella's going to kick off as we welcome you back inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth for the start of the third quarter. (7-6) Pella, ready for the final 24 minutes of the season opener here on KNIAKRLS.com. Ball is in the air. Third quarter is underway, and Luke Hartman gives that one a boot. It's fielded at the goal line. Just inside the numbers, up the near side, and across the 20. Lost the football. We've got to fight for the ball. And let's see here.
Deere's got it.
Pella recovers. Pella recovers a fumble on the opening kick of the second half.
I was just sure that kick was going in the end zone. I mean, when it took off, it's like, okay, finally, we got one in the end zone. And he caught it right like 6 inches in play with hands above his head. And he's a good running back, good player, but we hit him hard. And that's a great play by the kick coverage team. So that's 2 special team plays that are huge in this game.
Pella was able to convert the other one into an 8-yard touchdown drive. This one will start at the 23-yard line with 11:54 to go here in quarter number 3, and it's Hardman around the left side on the quarterback keeper, and he's inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone on a 4-yard gain down to the 19.
And I don't want to go right to field goals already, but we clearly have an advantage in the field goal game.
Second down and 7 coming up. Actually, 2nd and 6 as they gave him 4. Pella's second trip inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone, and both of them have been because of turnovers.
On special teams, yeah.
One of the fumbled punt snap, this one a fumbled kick return. 2nd down and 6, snap to Hardman, design quarterback run, left side again, and Luke fights his way down to the 16. Fell forward to the 15, so somewhere in between there. We'll say the 16 officially for a 3-yard gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Well,
and this is 4-down territory, no question, Randy.
I would think so.
Under center, handoff to Beard, and he at least gets the 15, but not much more than that. It's 4th and 2.
I think it's 4th and, well, less than 1 if they spotted where this ref is standing. Yeah, he didn't cross the 15, I guess, so 4th and 1, long one.
I mean, they really need all of the 13-yard line, Randy. So this is 4th and 2.
Well, the chain on the other side, though, it's on the 24. Just inside the 24. You see it?
Let's try to make it a no-doubter here. Hardman out of the shotgun. Beard to his left on 4th down, and we'll call it 1.5. Snap to Luke. We've got a whistle and a false start Pella.
Now it might be a field goal.
Ballard was bluffing some pressure up the middle, and that may have caused one of Pella's linemen to flinch, and now they bring the field goal team on.
Didn't even talk about that at halftime. Ballard only had 2 penalties in the first half, and one of them was on an extra point play, and Pella only had 1 penalty. So a very clean game for first game of the season. Looks like we're not, oh yeah, he is going to kick it. 37-yarder. He's got the leg.
Luke Hartman trying to add to Pella's lead with a 38-yard field goal from the left hash. kicking from right to left. Snap, spot, plenty of leg. Kick is up, and kick is good. More points off turnovers for Pella, and with 9:49 remaining in the third quarter, it's 10-6 Dutch. We'll take a timeout inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIAKRLS.com.
Buy mail on a Firestone Visa prepaid card when you buy a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Get up to $90 when you make an eligible tire purchase with your CFNA credit card. Offer ends September 4th. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See Raceway Tire and Exhaust or FirestoneRewards.com for details.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
If you're trying to sell your home, you want to make sure the realtor you work with has a sufficient pool of buyers. Hi, I'm Sierra Bukite with Pella Real Estate Services, and we have the buyers you need. In fact, having that pool of buyers is so important that we invest into buying leads from Realtor.com, Zillow, and Ramsey Trusted Leads. These are hot leads of people looking to buy right now. And don't forget, we'll invest in you by saving you money with our Prez Listing Advantage. Get started today and call 628-1BUI for Pella Real Estate Services.
10-6 Pella, and they didn't give us much time in that break.
No, they're in a hurry.
Ballard will have it at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 as we welcome you back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. 10-6 Dutch, 9:49 to go in the third.
Yeah, Hardman got that one well into the end zone, so automatic to the 20. Those are good to see.
So Pella with a 4-point lead, all 10 Pella points coming off of Ballard's special teams turnovers. And here's a handoff to Rouse, and the Dutch blow it up the middle for a loss of 2.
That looked like a new number out there for me. That was Core Heiser playing linebacker, making a very nice tackle. Loss of a couple. And that was Rouse, too.
That is Pella's third tackle for loss of this ball game. They've been in the backfield a bunch. Rouse has been able to wriggle free a couple of times as well. This time it's second down and a dozen. Pella 10, Ballard 6, early third quarter. Snap to Gatchel, handoff, and across the 20. This is Rhett Hedrick this time, and he gets the yardage back that Rouse lost, plus 2 more, so a 4-yard gain. And so it's now 3rd and 8.
3rd and a solid 8. Big play here for our defense. If we can hold them and get the ball back right away.
Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. They're now at the end of the third quarter. Indianola leads Urbandale 24-0. And Des Moines Christian leads, or Pella Christian rather, leads Des Moines Christian 28-14 in the third quarter. 3rd and 8 here for Ballard at their own 22-yard line. Gatchel out of the pistol with a back to his left and behind him. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff, wants to throw, fires to the far sideline, and it's juggled and incomplete. Not sure he had room to make the catch anyway, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, the referee, I think, was signaling out of bounds anyway. There was a little bit of contact, but I'm very pleased with the officials tonight, kind of letting everything go. Only 2 penalties on each team. Very nice to see, and a great job by the defense getting off the field right away. See if we can get the offense rolling here. Or maybe a punt return, who knows? 2 guys deep. Is that current? I can't even tell. They're sideways. I can't see the numbers.
Well, we'll find out here as the punt is away. Fair catch by Current, called for and made at the 41-yard line. So Pella will have pretty good field position, not inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone good field position, but ball at the 41 with 8:16 remaining here in the third quarter, and Pella leading 10-6.
Well, you don't know how this game's going to play out, but that field goal is big because they obviously don't have a kicker, so it's not like they can kick a field goal to tie us.
The other thing it allows you to do, Randy, is you get another field goal and you've got the full touchdown lead.
Well, that's just it. If they score a touchdown and don't kick an extra point, we kick a field goal and still win.
Right, yep. Yeah, when the other team doesn't kick, it leads to a lot of interesting combinations. Here's a delayed quarterback run, and this is just, there's nothing there against this Ballard defense. Luke Hardman loses 2 back to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, there isn't any running play that's going to work that's delayed because they've got 9 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Trevor Castle, Randy Sycamore here at Pella High School, 8:16 remaining in quarter number 3 as we come up on the 9 o'clock hour. You are listening to Pella High Football, powered by Bank Iowa. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being. Whatever that is for you, Bank Iowa says,
Let's make it happen.
2nd down and a dozen. Low snap. And a quick slant pass, and it's incomplete, a little bit out of the reach of Tyson Barnes up at the 45-yard line.
That's okay. That's the pattern I want to see run, just that slant across the middle, because they don't have any linebackers playing a linebacker position. They're all going to the backfield. So if you get inside position on the defensive backs, there's room in the middle of the field.
Indianola on a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio Update, pouring it on Urbandale 31-0 early in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 12 from the 39-yard line. Right to left for Pella in their own territory, leading 10-6. Hardman under pressure, rolls right, throws right, low, incomplete, 4th down.
I think that was supposed to be a screen pass, but they didn't give us enough time to set that one up. Too good a penetration by Ballard.
And now Hardman and the Pella punting team back onto the field.
Our special teams are winning this game anyway, so let's get another special teams turnover.
We've made our extra point. We made our field goal. We forced a fumble on a kickoff. Don't know that we forced the punt drop, but we certainly took advantage of it.
We took advantage of it. That's right. And just like last year, Hardman always has the option of running these punts. He hesitates before he punts to see what the defense is doing. I don't anticipate that here, but he always has that option.
Snap is good. Takes his time. Boots it away. And it's grabbed at the 25-yard line. And a tackle at the 28-yard line, as that was return man Fleischman, who got 3 yards. Give him 4 to the 29.
And that was Nathan Vandaloon for the Dutch, making a nice open field tackle.
7:44 to go. 3rd quarter. Pella 10, Ballard 6.
I would think we'd see a lot of rouse, but I've been thinking that all night long.
Pistol formation. Bootleg out to the near side. Throw back to the far side. Pass is tipped and dropped. And getting his hand on that play was Ben Mistertek. And a nice job of reading it, staying at home, knocking it down. 2nd and 10.
Miss Derrick, maybe?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice play, though. Very nice play. I thought he was going to intercept it there for a second.
Just a little too tall for that. But a nice job knocking it down. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, very nice job knocking it down.
Pistol formation again for Ballard. And they go to the ground with Rouse straight ahead. And he's very patient, waiting for a hole to open, breaking a tackle, gets to the 35. It's a 6-yard gain, and it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, because we had him. We hit him at the line of scrimmage, but didn't take him down, and then he just kept powering forward. Almost 6, yeah, almost to the 35-yard line. So I would think this is a punt situation for them if they don't make it. So kind of a big play here again for our defense.
7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. Pella 10, Ballard 6. The Bombers are 1 of 7 on 3rd downs in this game. They've got a 3rd and 4 here. Tight formation out of the gun. Handoff to Rouse around the right side. Pella swarms and knocks him down for a loss. Coming out of the pile for Pella is Ben Wilcox, and it's a TFL, a loss of 2.
32 made the tackle, Wilcox, but who's 5? That's
Shetterly.
Shetterly made him turn in. That was a very nice job by the defense there. Huge play, loss of 1, make them punt.
Stravers Cellular Instant Radio Update. Pella Christian 35, Des Moines Christian 14 on a Benny Schurz touchdown run. So the Eagles have a 21-point advantage, and Pella here a 4-point advantage. 10-6. Punt team on for Ballard. This is a short kick, and it lands at the 35. Almost hit Emmanuel Deers, who was just trying to keep his block going downfield. It skipped away and out of bounds at the 28-yard line with 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Those make me nervous.
I mean, all that takes is one bad hop.
He's got his back to the ball. He's got no idea where it's at. Supposed to yell Trevor, whatever. You got a name for it. Get the heck off the field.
case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. The Dutch had a 7-6 lead at the half. Ballard fumbled the opening kickoff of the second half. Pella capitalized with a Luke Hardman 38-yard field goal, and it's 10-6 Dutch, in case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Now a 1st down and 10 for Pella at their own 28-yard line, moving from right to left in all green. Ballard in the white with the red numbers, and it's Hardman on a right side roll and a right side throw over the top and incomplete at midfield, out of bounds.
It's all right. Good try.
3 straight misses here to start the second half for Hardman. 0 of 3 in the half. He's 6 of 11 in the game for 29 yards.
It's a route we haven't run yet. Make the defense play honest back there. That's all right. I like that effort. So Beard in for Deers. Probably a running play because we want to work clock too as much as we can.
2nd down and 10. Send a receiver right, 2 receivers left. Snap to Hardman. Setting up a screen, lobs it to Beard, and he can't hang on at the 25, incomplete.
Yeah, that might have gone for a few yards. They had somebody coming in pursuit from the back that probably would have caught him, but the guys out front were blocking. I think would have got some yardage out of that.
As it is, it's now 3rd and 10.
I think worthy of calling that play again later in the game. Pretty much a passing down here, 3rd and 10.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left.
Looks
Hardman
like
out of the gun.
It's like they're blitzing.
Ballard rushes 5. Hardman off his back foot, lobs it deep to the left, and it is caught! What a grab by Tyson Barnes on a deep shot along the near sideline. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That's good for a gain of 35.
Yeah, 35 yards. Nice job. Nice throw. Lofted that throw up. Great catch by Barnes. Really good hands. There was a guy all over him. Hauled it in anyway.
Well, you saw the blitz, Randy. Luke Hardman saw the blitz. He was off his back foot. He just lobbed it down the left near sideline. Barnes, the only guy that had a shot to make the catch, and he did.
Yep. Perfectly executed by both ends on that offense.
And now Hardman to throw again. He's going deep left again. Going for Barnes again. And this time he can't hang on. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Again, they're letting them play. That could have been a little hands on hands there. Could have been called either way, but they let them play, so I got no problem with it.
10-6, Pella leads. 5:28 to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Dutch.
I like the play call, too.
Ballard 37.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They're trying to teach Tyson to run that route more at the numbers so that there's room to the sideline to go make a play.
Get an angle.
Here's a direct snap run by Hardman. And
good power.
There really wasn't a lot of running room, even though they've taken a couple of shots down the field. But Hardman is able to fight and wiggle his way for 4 yards inside the 35 down to the 33.
Getting close to field goal range, too, if that comes to that.
Hardman has got a tough earned 33 yards on 16 carries.
Yeah, he's going to need a hot tub in the morning. Maybe tonight yet.
3rd down and 7. Probably 4 down territory
under
here.
Center.
Offset eye backfield. Snap to Hardman, play action fake, roll out to the right, throw to the right, catch is made on the right side, down the far sideline, and all the way in! Touchdown, Pella! Ben Mysteric goes all the way, 33 yards!
Shetterly made an absolute beautiful block over there on the right side. He got injured, looks like foot or ankle or something. He's banged up, limping off on one leg, but that was a beautiful block. You have to wait. The wide receivers have to wait to make a block until the receivers actually caught it. He did that, came in and blocked the guy on the ball. Beautiful touchdown.
Pella had 29 yards passing in the first half. On 2 plays on this drive, they throw for 68 yards. That one was a touchdown, and Pella now has a 2-score lead, 16-6. Extra point coming for Luke Hardman. It is up, and it is good, and there is also a flag down at the end of the play, so we'll have to sort that out as well.
Ballard ran into the holder, so it's going to be a personal foul penalty applied on the kickoff.
So we'll sort that out when we come back. Pella 17, Ballard 6, 4:40 to go, third quarter, live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Hi, this is Russ with Bruxford's Home Center, here to let you know about a great offer we have available right now on a new Sherwood mattress. Get a queen for just $4.99. Sherwood is a trusted Tempur-Sealy private label partner, and every mattress they make is held to the same high-quality standards that make all Sherwood products one of the best values on the market. Stop in today and pick up your new Sherwood mattress. A queen is just $4.99 at Bruxford's Home Center in Pella.
Pella Printing recognizes each job is a unique and important part of your organization's brand image. By being flexible and reacting quickly, they've earned a first-class reputation in the printing industry and offer a broad assortment of quality printed products with speed and precision. From business cards to postcards, window clings to magnetic media, and banners, posters, window graphics, and yard signs, Pella Printing provides a unique and professional look to any project. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
We've got a whistle on the kickoff as we welcome you back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Pella 17, Ballard 6. That 15-yard personal foul penalty moved the line of scrimmage for the kickoff up to the Ballard 45. Now a Pella 5-yard offsides penalty pushes it back to midfield. And Randy, I think this is where teams make mistakes. This is just my own personal strategy. I like to be a little more aggressive. I'm going for an onside kick here.
Or at least a pooch kick. Kick it over top of the front line.
But at the 45-yard line, if you onside kick it, even if they recover, they start at the 35. Big deal.
Right.
Give yourself a chance at an extra possession.
And
here they're just going to boom it through the uprights. 3 points won't count.
60-yard field
goal. But
I
just don't, again, so the 5-yard offside penalty hurt things a little bit. But is there really much of a difference between giving them the ball at the 20 or giving it to them at the 35? And trying an onside kick gives you a chance to get the ball.
Because with the power of the leg that Hardman has, he could pick one of the up linemen and just kick it right at him.
Yeah.
Could bounce off of him and right back to you.
And I'm not picking on Coach McKinstry there.
No.
But it happens all the time. It happens in Central games that I see. It happens in pro games that I see. And too many teams, I think, just they miss out on an opportunity to get the ball back. One man's opinion. Here's a throw coming down the seam, tip, juggle, nearly intercepted. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 coming up for Ballard.
That was actually a really good throw by Gatchell. It hit the wide receiver right in the hands. He probably should have caught it, but then he juggled it, and we almost picked it off.
Incomplete pass. We've got a couple of Stravers Cellular Instant Radio updates. PCM has tied Sigourney Keota 15-15 with 1:28 left in the third. And Norwalk now leads Carlisle 21-18 in the third quarter.
I went and said something.
Here it's Pella 17, Ballard 6, 4:33 to go in quarter number 3. And now we've got a whistle and a Pella Motors timeout called by Ballard.
And really, to be honest, down 11, they're down 2 touchdowns without a kicker. I mean, they can't get an 8-point touchdown and then kick a field goal to tie. They don't have a kicker. So they got to score 2 touchdowns to catch up. So they're throwing it now instead of giving it to Rouse like they should be.
A 33-yard touchdown pass from Luke Hardman to Ben Misterik just a moment ago. Tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game brought to you by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. And Randy, for all the reasons that you just mentioned, just such a huge touchdown in a low-scoring, tight-to-the-vest kind of game. The fact that Pella, first of all, they hit the big bomb to Barnes to set it up, and then to get it into the end zone, now a 2-score lead. Pella's got it, this game far from over, but they've got to be feeling pretty comfortable.
Right. Yeah, that was a beautiful play calling in that last drive.
That touchdown, our Raise the Roof moment of the game brought to you by Randall Roofing. And here's a jet sweep around the left side and some running room for Ballard. This is
late flag in the backfield, probably holding.
That was Jude Gibson around the far left side, and it's going backwards.
Oh, false start or illegal formation.
Yep. So we'll wipe that one off. By the way, one new rule this year, doesn't affect this play, but just worth mentioning. High school football, it used to be, if if there was a holding call like 6 yards in the backfield, it'd be a 16-yard penalty.
Right.
They've changed that. So now it's the line of scrimmage.
No matter
is
what?
the game. Correct. Yep.
So if it's downfield?
No, I'm just talking about behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
Yep. So if it's behind the line of scrimmage, there are no behind the line of scrimmage mark-offs.
Gotcha.
So
I didn't know
you
that.
can't have a 28-yard penalty anymore like you used to be able to. That rule now matches up with the college and pro rule. So any kind of holding would be just a straight 10-yard penalty.
What was that?
Did Pella maybe take the result of the play rather than the penalty?
I couldn't hear what he said. All I heard him say was 3rd and inches.
Well,
I don't get it.
Okay, so that penalty didn't happen.
Apparently they waved off the penalty.
So it's a 9-yard run for Gibson, and now it's 3rd and 1 for Ballard. With 4:15 remaining in the third quarter, Pella leading 17-6. Pistol formation. Hand off to Rouse. First down and a lot more, still on his feet, nearing midfield. And he gets all the way out to the 45-yard line. He stumbled a little bit further, but he's down with his knee after a 16-yard gain.
So, it was an illegal formation penalty, so they must have got together and said it's not an illegal formation. So,
okay.
Whatever, we'll deal with it, right?
17-6 Dutch, 3:43 to go, third quarter. Trevor Castle, Randy Sikkema, live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. 1st and 10 for Ballard at the 45, left to right and all white. Looking to throw, coming near side. Catch is made, slips a tackle, off and running. Blocked downfield at the 40 and out of bounds around the Pella 35. Dumped one of the Pella little ball boys over there. And that was a catch and run for Jude Gibson of 19 yards. A chance to make a play at the line of scrimmage, and Gibson made a miss.
Yeah, a little too easy getting yards on this drive. I'm sure we're hot and tired, but we got to suck it up here a little bit and slow them down.
1st and 10 from the 36. Pella with a 17-6 lead.
Number 12's not been in the game for a while. Just that one run.
Handoff straight up the gut. This is Hedrick, and he's inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line for a gain of 3. 6 carries for 9 yards for Hedrick. 12 yards rushing outside of Rouse, and he's got a $168.
Yeah, not that many carries. What, about 12 or 13?
14 for 168, yep.
He's back
Second
in there.
and 7.
He's back in there now.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
We're trying to figure out our lineup here on defense.
Dutch do get set. Fake to Rouse, roll out to the left. Gatchel pump fakes, rolling some more, looking, firing deep down the field, looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete in double coverage.
Wow, that was quite a Hail Mary.
Well, he had a lot of time to throw, and he set up. He found a receiver, gave him a shot to make a play, and Pella's defense did.
Well, we had a linebacker over there hawking him so that he didn't take off and run, kept him in the backfield. But, yeah, you're right, didn't have a lot of pressure to release the ball. And when he let it go, I thought it was going to be picked as high as it was thrown, but thankfully fell harmless. And 3rd and 8, sure, we're in 4-down territory for them.
Ballard is 2 of 9 on 3rd downs in this game. 2:33 to go, third quarter. It's Pella 17, Ballard 6. 3rd and 7. Snap to Gatchel. Handoff to Rouse around the right side. Stiff arms a defender. He breaks a tackle, and he's very close to the first down yardage. He needed the 26. Let's see where they spot him out of bounds. It's going to be very close, Randy.
It's going to be close. They're marking 4th down, but it's got to be really short. Less than a yard.
Well, we'll give him 6. He needed 7. He really got like 6 and, I don't know, 33 inches. Now it's 4th and 1.
Who gets the ball here, Coach?
I mean, it's number 12 if I'm calling plays for Ballard. Diamond formation. Deep man is Rouse. And he gets the carry. And not by much, but he does have the first down to the 25.
He got a yard.
They're 2 of 4 on 4th downs, 2 of 10 on 3rd downs. 2:20 to go And we've got a Strawber Cellular Instant Radio update. PCM has scored 22 unanswered points, and they're in the fourth quarter. Mustangs 22, Sigourney Keota 15. It's a Strawber Cellular Instant Radio update.
Now, our defense, by and large, doing a real nice job. That 85-yard touchdown, or a 4-yard, whatever it was really the only glitch.
1st and 10 for Ballard at the Pella 25, moving from left to right. Hedrick, the deep back. They fake it to him. Gatchel to throw, zips it over the middle, and incomplete.
Who is that even to?
Well, number 24, Eric Sines, was the closest man there, but it skipped in front of him by a good 3 yards.
I thought it was going to go to the short man, the guy that was coming right across the linebackers, but it was over his head and then well short of the next guy. Second and 10 and 12 still on. Nope, here he comes. He's coming in the backfield this time.
Winding inside of 2 minutes, a minute 47 with the clock stopped in the third quarter right now. Pella 17, Ballard 6. The Bombers on an 80-degree season opening Friday night have a 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They let him go.
Hand off to Hedrick. Inside the 15, inside the 10. And he spins his way down to the 8, a 17-yard gain into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. 1st and goal to go for Ballard.
Their offensive line moved before the ball was snapped, but like I said, they've been pretty much letting them play tonight.
Last time that these two teams played 2 decades ago, they had a home-and-home series in 2002 and 2003. Pella won convincingly on this field in 2002 behind a big night from Vance Skirring. And then the Dutch went to Ballard the next year and won late by a touchdown. 1st and goal from the 8. Hedrick, the handoff, started up the middle, bounces it to the left side, breaks a tackle, and gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. That should have been nothing, and Hedrick got 6.
Yeah, you're right. That should have been nothing. It was turned in to the inside, and there should have been green shirts standing there waiting for him. I will say this. That second game at Ballard, the power went out. They had no lights.
I remember. That was a weird game. A lot of big plays, could be big plays. 2nd and goal for the Bombers here. Hand off to Hedrick, and he's fighting. Won't get there. He's brought down at the 1-yard line by, is that Vandaloon again?
I don't know, but psychologically, I'd like to get to the end of the quarter here just so we can catch our breath and make a stand. They don't have to snap it if they don't want to.
That was actually Nate Warner on the stop. We've heard the Warner name a ton. The sophomore making a big play there.
He was making some big hits at PCM last week in the varsity part of the game.
That is the last play of the third quarter. It's Pella 17, Ballard 6, and we'll be back for the fourth live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
At our Two Rivers Cooperative Cartridge Station in Pella, we now offer Cenex Biodiesel, which is a renewable and biodegradable fuel manufactured domestically from vegetable oils such as soybean and canola. Our biodiesel dispenser has Cenex Roadmaster XL, which is 100% premium diesel fuel, as well as our 4 biodiesel blends that you may choose from. These contain as little as 5% with options to select up to a 20% biodiesel blend. Our Cenex Biodiesel fuel is available now through the end of September at our Cartridge Station in Pella.
Hey there, pet lovers. Looking for a tail-wagging good time? Introducing Pella Pet's self-service dog wash station. Treat your furry friend to a spa day they deserve and say goodbye to messy baths at home. A clean pup gets all the love and cuddles. It's a fact. Come on down to Pella Pets and give your best friend's best friend the pampering they need. Your fresh-smelling home and your dog's happiness starts here at Pella Pets.
Pella 17, Ballard 6, as we welcome you back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. First final score of the night, Indianola 31, Urbandale nothing. Pella Christian leads Des Moines Christian 35-21 in the fourth quarter, and Norwalk leads Carlisle 28-18 late in the third quarter. All of those are Strawber Cellular instant radio updates. As we start the fourth quarter, Ballard is trying to cap off an 80-yard touchdown drive. This one started with 4:38 to go in the third quarter, and it's taken quite a bit of time off the clock, and they've got a 3rd and goal at the 1.
That's a good sign. They're taking time off the clock. It'd be even better if we held them out of the end zone. They're not going to kick a field goal. it almost doesn't do them any good. And they don't have a kicker
anyway.
anyway.
Do it anyway,
they don't have a kicker anyway, so it's 2 plays from the 2-yard line. See if we can stop them.
3rd and goal at the 1. Pistol formation. Rouse is the deep back. Gatchel takes the snap, hands it off to Rouse. He's met in the backfield. Fighting, still on his feet. They're trying to push him in. And he's in. No whistle. Touchdown Ballard. Eli Rouse, a 1-yard run.
How is that not momentum stopped?
They let it go all the way into the end zone, and Ballard has made it 17-12 Pella.
I'm not sure I agree with that call. But they would have had a 4th down play, could have got it the next play anyway. But still, they had him stopped. I mean, he wasn't going anywhere.
And now a 2-point play for the Bombers. And before we get that, we get a Pella Motors timeout by Ballard. This is a pretty big play. I mean,
it's a big play, but they're down to 1 timeout.
So Pella Motors timeout. At Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Eli Rouse, a 1-yard touchdown run on the first play of the 4th quarter. 11:52 to go in the final frame. It's his 2nd touchdown run of the game. And now, I mean, every point matters. The interesting part about it is, you know, they're not going to get this and then kick a game-tying field goal. Right. But why it does matter is if you make this, then Pella can't, you know, if they kick a field goal, it's still a touchdown game. Could tie the game at that point.
Right.
And then a 2-point conversion could win the game at that point. So these are still critical points, but not in the conventional way.
Right.
If they had a field goal kicker, you're like, all right, we got to keep them out because then they could tie the game on a field goal.
Right. Can we run this back for 2? Does that
yes,
work
we
in
can.
high school?
Absolutely. Hedrick is the deep back out of the pistol formation. Gatchel takes a snap. They hand it off on a counter play and into the end zone. Hedrick off the fake jet sweep, and then the handoff to Hedrick coming back near side the other way. They get the 2, and it's 17-14 Pella. We'll take a timeout inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA-KRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV.
Whether you're expanding your operation to meet growing demand, investing in new technologies to maximize your yields, or simply safeguarding your farm for future generations, Bank Iowa can help you take the next step towards solidifying your operation's continued success. So anything you can imagine, let's make it happen. Bank Iowa, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Have you been ignoring your pain or masking it with pain relievers? What if I told you there's a better way? Hi, this is Ashley from Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. Not only will we help you get to the root of your pain, we will also help you through it with proven movement techniques and exercises that work for you. If you're ready for one-on-one specialized care to get you back to living a pain-free life, call Kinetic Edge today or visit kineticedgept.com.
Ballard to kick off as we welcome you back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Pella 17, Ballard 14, 11:52 to go, 4th quarter. And the kickoff is taken at the 12-yard line, straight up the middle and across the 25 and out to the 28-yard line, where the Dutch will try to get the offense going. They had one nice long touchdown drive. In fact, it was their last touchdown drive. It went 72 yards. Ballard answered with an 80-yard touchdown. And while Pella kicked the extra point, Ballard got the 2-point conversion. So it was 10-6. Now it's 17-14. And the Dutch will start at the 27-yard line here officially with 11:46 to go in the ball game, up by 3.
Well, if I had my druthers right here, we'd have a long 6-7 minute drive that culminates in a touchdown.
First down and 10 from the 27. To have a Strawber Cellular Instant Radio update, Knoxville leads Boone 14-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's the snap to Hardman on a right side roll. Lobs it downfield, has Kurt open, underthrows it, and intercepted. Ballard with the tremendous interception. It's Tucker Vitham with the pick. And there is a penalty flag. And let's try to sort this thing out. It's an illegal blindside block on Pella that's declined, and the interception gives Ballard the ball at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. The wide receiver on this side, we won't say his name, but the wide receiver on this side went towards the line of scrimmage and blocked the linebacker so that throw could be made. I'm not sure I agree with that call either, but irregardless, the pass needed about another yard of air underneath it. Might have even been a touchdown.
He had current behind the defender and frankly just underthrew it, Randy, as you said. Yep. Quick Marion County Bank radio scoreboard check. Our score 17-14 Pella, early fourth. Fourth quarter, PC over Des Moines Christian 35-21. Knoxville leads Boone 14-7. Indianola has beaten Urbandale 31-0. PCM leads Sigourney Keota 22-15. And Norwalk over Carlisle 28-18 on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Play action pass, fires over the middle, catch is made, broken tackle, and all the way down to the 35-yard line. That's an 18-yard catch and run for Jude Gibson. And as I say that Norwalk-Carlisle score, Carlisle answers. Norwalk now leads 28-25. And we've got an injured Pella player leading to a Pella Motors injury timeout. Well, we're going to have a down-to-the-wire contest here in Pella tonight, Randy. There's no question about that.
Looks that way. For not having hardly any passing offense in the first half, Ballard's thrown the ball a lot better in this half, too. Both teams.
This one is a cramp, Randy.
I'm surprised we haven't had any water breaks. I mean, there's been short possessions, you know what I mean?
Sure.
There hasn't been very many long, time-consuming drives. So that has something to do with it, but...
Taking a look at the road ahead, Pella has its longest road trip of basically about its longest road trip possible, unless they have a start playing, Heelan or something in the regular season.
Central Lion.
Pella at Keokuk next Friday night. Andrew Schneider, Randy Sycamore will have the call of that one on 92.1 KRLS. Pregame coverage at 6:30, opening kick at 7:30. And then another road trip, shorter variety, to Indianola in 2 weeks. And then back here for the final non-district game as Bailey Shetterly is up and hobbling off. Again, just a cramp. They'll get that worked out on the sideline. Pella and Xavier in the final non-district game.
Yeah, next weekend is my wife and I, Tammy and I's wedding anniversary, so we're going to spend the weekend in southeast Iowa.
Okay.
Catch the game and have a long Labor Day weekend down there.
Hitting up a bed and breakfast or something like that?
Hotel and restaurants and whatnot.
I love it. Yeah. Fake handoff, another fake, and a throw. Going to a wide open receiver at the 10-5. Touchdown, Ballard. It's the running back, Rouse, with the hat trick. And Ballard has taken the lead.
35-yarder on that one.
All of a sudden, the passing game wide open for Ballard.
Yeah, we had a blitz on that time, and we almost got him. We hit him hard, but it was about a half a second too late. Well, now it's kind of important.
This is a pretty big two-point conversion, Randy.
Exactly. It's pretty important we stop this conversion.
It's a 20-17 game. If Pella can stop the two-point try, they keep it a 3-point game. Gatchel takes a snap, wants to throw, goes inside left. It's incomplete, no good on the pass. So Pella keeps it a 3-point game. Ballard 20, Pella 17. Live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. 11:09 to go in the fourth.
It's a Swipe and Save weekend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hy-Vee. Swipe your Fuel Saver Plus Perks rewards card to get great deals throughout the store, like 6 mega rolls or 12 double rolls of Simply Done bath tissue, or 6 big rolls of Simply Done paper towels for $2.99 limit 1, a 6-count of Thomas muffins for $1.99 limit 1, and a 16-ounce roll of fresh ground beef for $2.99 limit 1. But you have to swipe your Fuel Saver Plus Perks rewards card to get the savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at your Pella, Oskaloosa, and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
Justin and Natasha Plate of Pella recently hired Mike Blom with a cabinet design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry for a kitchen remodel. Justin says he hired Mike because of his meticulous attention to detail.
Through that whole project, it was very, very highly attentive to detail and concerns about like, hey, well, what about this or what about that? Are you sure you want this? So let's think about this before we kind of finalize the plans, even as we were going through the project as well.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
I'd like to get a new watch for the official timekeeper down on the field. 11:05 to go, fourth quarter. Some of these after-score breaks are like a minute and a half, and some of them are 40 seconds, and there's no rhyme or reason at all. Didn't miss much there. Pella gets a kick return to the 32-yard line. 20-17, Ballard, 11:05 to go in the fourth.
Pretty clear they're not timing them at all. They're just like, when they get lined up, go.
Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 for Pella, down by 3. They trail for the first time tonight, and they try to go with the quarterback power left side for Luke Hardman, and he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hardman with 33 yards on 17 carries tonight.
Big play here for us. We need to get our momentum back. We've lost whatever momentum we had is gone, so we need a good play right here.
Ballard scoring 2 touchdowns in the span of 43 seconds of game action. They were down 17-6. Now they lead 20-17. Hardman picks up a low snap, fires to the near side, caught by Colin Current inside the numbers, and he's tackled at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd and 4. Make it 3rd and 3. 7-yard gain for Current on his 2nd catch of the night.
Yeah, that was a nice play, nice throw. A little curl in out there on the side, good pass and nice catch. Big conversion right here. We certainly don't want to give them the ball back right away. Our defense, the fact that we have not a lot of two-way guys, the defense is exhausted right now.
3rd and 3 for Pella at their own 39-yard line. Left to right, early fourth quarter, down by 3. Hardman, option toss out to the left side to Beard. Breaks one tackle, can't break the other. It's a 1-yard gain, and it's 4th and 2.
We got to go for it, don't we? Nope, we're punting. Maybe we get a turnover. Maybe we get a fake punt. Maybe he's going to run it.
It's 4th and 2 from the 40.
One man deep for Ballard.
That's Rouse, who's got all 3 Bomber touchdowns tonight. Hardman 14 yards behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 26-yard line, kicking from left to right. High kick. Lands at the 30, takes a Pella bounce inside the 25, and it's down right there. So it is a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Dutch defense, which has given up touchdowns on its last 2 drives, one of 72 yards, one of 73 yards, Randy. Back-to-back long touchdown drives, and Ballard with a 3-point lead, 20-17.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure something out here real quick because they could just hand it to 12 and work a lot of clock, although he doesn't seem to play 2 plays in a row. When he carries it, he goes to the sideline to catch his breath, so I'm sure he's getting it first on this play.
Ball is at the 26-yard line with 8:46 remaining in the ball game. 20-17. Pump fake. Gatchel wants to throw. Hit as he does. Open receiver running free. All of a sudden, Ballard is just lighting up Pella through the air. This one is a catch and run inside of Pella territory to the 49-yard line. So a 25-yard gain. Eric Saenz.
10, Ballard, Pella's 49.
Yeah, I don't know what the quarterback drank at halftime, but he wasn't able to. He threw that 110-yarder to 99. Otherwise, he couldn't hit the bull in the butt in the first half, and now he looks like Joe Montana out there.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of Pella with 8:10 to go in the ball game. 20-17 Ballard. Hand off to Rouse. Breaks through, breaks free. Lot more running room, and he's deep into Pella territory. And Rouse finally tripped up. Where do they mark him down? At the 25-yard line. So that's a gain of 24 and pushes him over 200 yards on the night. And Ballard is having their way with Pella in the first 4.5 minutes of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was 17-6 at the quarter, wasn't it?
It was, yep. They scored on the first play of the fourth quarter.
Which I still
Pella
dispute.
threw an interception on their ensuing drive.
First play.
And then Ballard in a couple of pass plays is down and into the end zone. Then they stop Pella, they get the ball back, and they're on the march again. 1st and 10 from the Dutch 25-yard line. And it's a handoff around the left side this time. Inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone goes Rhett Hedrick, and he's tackled at the 17-yard line for a gain of 8. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Pella Christian trying to put one away. Johnson Morgan's 25-yard touchdown run has given Pella Christian a 49-21 lead with 5:48 to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 2, Randy. We got to find a way to keep them out of the end zone on this drive. I don't like our chances of scoring 2 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter.
Now with 6 minutes left, it'll be less than that when we get it.
Gatchel takes a snap, hands it off to Rouse around the right side, breaks an ankle tackle, and almost another
fumble,
and then lost the ball, and Pella recovers. Wow, what a huge turnover for the Pella defense to keep this a 3-point game with 6:19 to go.
I'll say, because he broke the first tackle, I thought we had him behind the line of scrimmage, and he stayed on his feet, and I thought, oh goodness, here goes another first down. We hit him again and knocked the ball loose. Great job defense. That was huge. Now we got to move the ball.
Got to take advantage of it. Absolutely right, Randy.
Because we may not get the ball back again if we don't score on this drive.
That is the 3rd Ballard turnover of the night. Pella has 1. All 3 of Ballard's have been fumbles. Pella threw an interception. 6:19 remaining. Pella starts at the 15-yard line. That fumble inside of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone for Ballard, going in trying to score, and then Pella has to call a Pella Motors timeout. Well, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, Pella had a 7-6 lead at the half. Ballard fumbled the opening kickoff of the second half, and the Dutch got a field goal to go up 10-6. And then they extended their lead when Luke Hardman hit Ben Misterek on a 33-yard pass to go up 17-6. That was our score at the end of the third quarter. But Ballard got a touchdown in the opening play of the fourth, picked off a Luke Hardman pass 1 play later. 2 pass plays later, Ballard's in the end zone, and they lead 20-17. Really just had a chance to put the game away, but fumbled, and now the Dutch with new life with 6:19 to go, down by 3. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinary.
As many big plays as we've had in this game already, if Pella wins this game, that fumble was the play of the game.
And they looked like they were going in for the dagger.
Yeah, that would have been it. Yeah, that would have been a dagger.
Ball officially at the 16-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Pella. Out of the Pella Motors timeout. Snap to Hardman. Roll into the right.
He's
fire
there.
in. He had a receiver open and incomplete. He was looking for Lake Kalman and couldn't connect.
Wow, he was open.
Shoot.
He made sure that he wasn't going to have it picked off, but overthrew Kalman. He had it open. I'm not sure if he was
There is
faster.
a penalty flag down at the 20.
Holding probably.
Yeah, Pella's moving backwards. Still waiting for him to sort it out.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. 5 yards, repeat second half.
Well, that's somewhat understandable in week 1, but illegal man downfield for those that couldn't hear on the speaker.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for Pella.
Kind of surprised they took the penalty.
Ball at the 11 now. Pella, 5 penalties, 31 yards in the game. 6:15 to go in the fourth. Pella trailing 20-17. Snap to Hardman. Pump fake, looking to run, swallowed up, and he's belly to belly suplexed and thrown down at the 6-yard line for a loss of 5.
Yeah, that one didn't end up pretty.
And now we're back to 2nd and 20.
Pretty much rules out the run plays. We had to use a timeout there to start this drive, so we have to punt. We've only got 2 timeouts to get the ball back.
2nd and 20 for Pella back at their own 6-yard line.
Just 2 wide receivers, though, one on each side.
And it's a fake to Deers. Hardman going deep into double coverage, and he overthrows Tyson Barnes by just a hair. Really good coverage. 2 men blanketing him, and now 3rd and a mile.
Now that would have been a miracle, quite honestly, to drop that in the breadbasket and complete that pass. There was coverage all over the place. Kind of surprised. Like I said, we only had 1 receiver on each side and everybody else blocking, so they had all kinds of defensive backs on 2 guys.
Cowman coming in late as the 11th man for Pella. 3rd and 20 at their own 6. Snap to Hardman, throwing out of his end zone. Goes high for Kern, tip, juggled, incomplete, nearly intercepted, 4th down.
Nearly intercepted, then nearly complete again.
Right.
When the Ballard defender bobbled it a few times, then Briggs nearly came in with it.
So Pella to punt, and you got a good one standing halfway back in the end zone, and Hardman, see if he can boot one and give the defense a chance to get the ball back.
Well, the good news is we didn't take a lot of time off the clock, and like I said, we have 2 timeouts, but there's a real chance we don't get the ball back. We're going to have a delay of game penalty here rather than burn a timeout.
Yeah, they don't get it away. That's the 2nd straight play that Pella's had a guy running on the field with like 10 seconds or less on the play clock. This will cost him 3 yards.
Yeah, there could be worse penalties in that situation, and it's week 1, so not everybody knows where they are. It could have been somebody that was hurt and the substitute had to go in and didn't know. It's hard to say. But that 3 yards isn't going to make a whole lot of difference on this punt play.
I mean, it does make it a little more uncomfortable for Hardman. He's got a normal 14-yard drop.
But
so
if
from
Ballard, go ahead.
From the 3, he's only got 13 yards. It's not a huge difference, but
if Ballard's smart, they'll play return coverage on this punt anyway, rather than try to block it.
Snap. Oh, this is a really short kick by Luke. And it's fair caught at the 40-yard line. Actually ends up being a 37-yard boot. Travel a little further than I thought, but Ballard has a chance at the 39-yard line with a 3-point lead, 20-17 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in this game. The Dutch just really haven't been able to generate much offense. 10 of their 17 points have come after Ballard turnovers deep in their own territory that set Pella in field position to score.
Right.
Had one nice drive with 2 pass plays, but other than that, nothing.
That's just what I was going to say. One nice drive, but it was 2 pass plays.
Final score, PCM 22, Sigourney Keota 15.
Wow, that's a good win.
They were down 15-0 early in the 2nd quarter and score the last 22 points to win. Here's an inside handoff to Rouse. Parsons is there, but he picks up 3 down to the 36-yard line. 20 carries, 205 yards for Eli Rouse.
That's a big night.
Plus a 35-yard touchdown reception. So 240 from scrimmage and all 3 touchdowns. And here's Bailey Shetterly limping off again.
And about, 6 punt returns?
Right.
And kickoff returns.
Another Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. Pella Christian gives up a touchdown. They lead 49-28 over Des Moines Christian. 2nd and 7. Gatchel to throw. Under pressure! He tries to escape. Throws at the last second. Incomplete. He was pressured by Ben Wilcox. who got enough of him to force a short, incomplete pass. Also stops the clock, Randy. 3rd and 7 with 4:29 to go in the game.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather have the incomplete pass than the sack because it looked like maybe his knee was on the ground before he let go of the pass. But this way, like you say, the clock is stopped. So clearly, if we hold them here, they're not going to kick a field goal. They may go for it, they may not. I don't know why punting wouldn't do any good, so they'll probably go for it regardless, but we can use our timeouts to maybe get the ball back.
3rd and 7 for Ballard from the Pella 36-yard line. 4:29 to go in the 4th. Bombers lead 20-17. Pistol formation, fake the handoff, toss to the right side, and there's running room, 1st down and more. Inside the 30 and down to the 25-yard line. That's an 11-yard run for Jude Gibson. Pretty well-designed play. They fake it. Gibson came in motion. They faked it to the left with their bell cow back Rouse and then flipped it to the right, and Gibson ran for 11 and a 1st down.
And we had a guy over there protecting that side, but he went in too deep into the backfield, and Gibson cut underneath him for the 1st down.
And now the clock runs nearing the 4-minute mark of the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Ballard 20, Pella 17.
It's going to be tough to get the ball back now.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Pella does have 2 timeouts remaining. Pistol formation. Hedrick the back, gets the carry, straight ahead run. And he's down inside the 22 down to the 21. That's a 4-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 6.
It's too early to use timeouts at this point. We got to make sure that when we use them, we're going to get the ball back, and that's not where we're at this point. We need a negative play of some kind.
They're on the doorstep of the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Ball's at the 21-yard line, 2nd and 6. We've got our Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show coming up. Clever McCall Monument Radio Monumental Play and Player of the Game. Tonight's final stats presented by the Verduff Agency. Tonight's longest drive presented by Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center. And a chat with Dutch head coach Jay McKinstry before we go in closing, presented by Leighton State Bank. And Rouse is down to the 20, so that's just a 1-yard run that does get them to the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Just inside the 20, it's 3rd and a long 4.
Big play here,
Yeah,
real big play. They get a 1st down, the game is over. So we got to hold them to a 4th down, use a timeout, and hope we can hold them on the next play.
Back of the football is on the 20 on the right hash. Diamond formation for Gatchel and the Bombers. They go to the ground with Rouse around the left side. Hurdles the defender, and he gets tilt-a-whirl down to the 20-yard line. Penalty flag flies, as Randy mentioned.
Illegal shift. I'm not sure we want it.
I absolutely don't want it. I think you decline in a heartbeat, and it's 4th and 5.
Does the penalty stop the clock without a timeout?
We'll find out. But I wouldn't even mind even if you had to use the timeout, put them into 4th and 5 and take your chance.
Well, but I'm thinking if it stops anyway, we could save.
Absolutely,
Still have 2 timeouts left.
On the offense. Keep up. 4th down.
2:19 on the clock.
So we do have to use a
Pella
timeout.
will use a Pella Motors timeout. That'll give us a chance to run down the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Our score, Ballard 20, Pella 17 with 2:19 to go in the 4th quarter, and Ballard has a 4th and 5 coming up at the Pella 20. Pella Christian leads Des Moines Christian midway through the 4th, 49-28. Last check at the end of the 3rd, Knoxville 14, Boone 7. Indianola beat Urbandale 31-zip. PCM beat Sigourney Keota 22-15. And late in the 3rd quarter at last check, Norwalk 28, Carlisle 25. And that's our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. They're serving you and building community across the county. Rather large 4th down play with the game on the line.
Yeah, to say the least. This is the ball game right here.
If Ballard gets a 1st down, they'll be able to run out the clock. Bombers 20, Pella 17. Rouse, the deep man. Check that. It's Hedrick, the deep man, behind Gatchel out of the pistol. 4th and 5 from the 20. Play action fake, and the pass is caught. It's the big man, Christensen, and that might be the game sealer inside the 10. Down to the 9 on a gain of 11 for Ballard.
It took some guts to call that play, but obviously if you don't get the first down, the clock's going to stop anyway. So pass play isn't all that risky. But that's the play that worked earlier in the game. He got 10 yards out of it. He would have got a touchdown, but he turned an ankle or cramped or something. He went down on his own.
And a 4th down conversion for the 3rd time tonight for Ballard. And
so they're inside the 10, so they can't get any more first downs. We used the timeout on the first play. We may get the ball back with a few seconds if they don't score.
Yeah, I mean, if the play takes it down to 2:05, you call a timeout. Then they burn 40 seconds twice more. Yeah, I mean, we could get it with, inside of a minute.
15, 20 seconds, maybe 30, 25. Or they could turn it over, too.
They have fumbled
snap
3 times, and we've recovered all 3 tonight. There's an Pella Motors injury timeout on the field. At Pella Motors, you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. A 4th down and 5 play action pass to defensive lineman Henry Christensen, the 6'2", 220-pound junior who made his 2nd catch of the night.
He's a big boy, and I don't know if the cramp knocked him down, if he turned an ankle or just tripped, but when he went down on his own and couldn't get up. Needs cramp relief out there. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more of that tonight. We've had
maybe our
4
third?
or 5,
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Well, I'm doing a good job staying hydrated up here, Randy. I haven't cramped up yet tonight.
I'm glad, because I wouldn't want to do this by myself, Trevor.
Still working on Christensen.
It's hot in here, I know that. Man alive. Whew. Maybe the new press box will have AC.
But we talked about that a little bit before the game. It feels like a bit of a...
For one
in
night,
my
it's not
opinion,
worth
that
it.
would be a misuse of resource. Now, I take the air conditioning. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
I don't know that this building is used too often when it's hot, right?
Right, exactly. I totally agree, and I'd much rather see a bathroom than an air conditioner. So,
you are listening to Pella High Football, powered by Bank Iowa, on the KRLS 2 stream at KNIAKRLS.com, on the Pella Dutch Live YouTube channel and Pella TV. 1st and goal at the 9 for Ballard. 20-17 Bombers. 2 minutes and change to go in the 4th quarter. Just 1 timeout left for the Dutch as Gatchel hands it off to Rouse, and he's gang tackled at the 8 for a 1-yard pickup and a quick Pella Motors timeout for the Dutch.
So the clock winds after a first down? I guess it does.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to get the ball back then.
Sure. I mean, not with much time.
Maybe 10 seconds.
20. Yeah, I mean, if they can burn 40 seconds off 2 plays here, there's a minute 47 now.
No, it's a 25-second clock, I guess.
Well, now it is with the timeout, not...
Oh.
It'll be 40 after this next play.
I guess I was thinking the clock would stop after the first down, but clearly I was wrong.
Bad news in Boone for Marion County football fans. Toreadors 15, Knoxville 14.
Oh my.
On a Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. Boone scores a touchdown with 52 seconds to go, goes for 2 and gets it. And the Toreadors lead 15-14. Another Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. Norwalk 45, Carlisle 32. And that game is in the 4th quarter.
There's either a lot of offense or no defense in that game. I'm not sure which, but...
2nd and goal at the 8. Gatchel takes the snap. This time it's a handoff. No, it's a pitch to the far side.
Get him out of bounds.
And they're trying to get Rouse out of bounds, but he stays inbounds. And they mark him out. We'll see where they spot him. Line of scrimmage was the 8. It doesn't much matter anymore. It's more about the clock at this juncture of the game. They get him down to the 6 for a 2-yard gain. Clock winds. Pella is out of timeouts. They'll snap this ball with just under a minute to go. And it'll be 3rd and goal.
Fumble would be nice.
10 seconds as they get to the line of scrimmage. 20-17 Ballard. Diamond formation on 3rd and goal at the 6. Handoff to Rouse. Straight ahead run. And he's bounced down at the 4-yard line. And they'll have to snap the ball with 15 seconds to go. So
if we hold
best case scenario for Pella, you have 10 seconds. You need to go 97 yards.
Yep.
It is looking bleak for the home team.
Got the hook and trailer.
I mean, something. I mean, you know that this is an innovative coaching staff. They've got something to try.
I know you've been here a long time, but I don't think you were here for Norris Hale, were you?
I was not. Nope.
Matt Farmer, is that name?
The name rings a bell, yep.
Went to Navy and played football.
Oh,
yeah. We had a situation like this, and they threw the hook and trailer. Matt Farmer was the trailer, and we scored like an 85-yard touchdown to win the game.
Well, get ready for pandemonium if that happens, Randy.
Well, we don't have Matt Farmer out there either.
There are 15 seconds left, and Ballard calls a Pella Motors timeout. The situation is this, folks. 15 seconds to go. Ballard will be going for it on 4th down from the 4-yard line.
You know what they'd be smart to do?
So run backwards.
Run the wrong way back into our end zone and wait for them to tackle them.
Yeah, or just stand there. Yeah,
stand on the 1-yard line and wait for us to tackle.
Take a knee. Yeah.
No, don't go in the end zone and take a knee.
Get the safety.
Get the safety. Yeah. Yep. But you don't have to go in the end zone until we're about there.
Well, I think you could probably burn the whole clock and
running zigzagging around. Yeah. Take the risk of a fumble.
I mean, there could be some weird stuff that would happen there, but it's probably the right play long term. I mean. All right, here we go. 4th down and goal from the 4 for Ballard. A touchdown would absolutely end it here. Gatchell hands it off to Rouse. He won't get that. Met in the backfield and dropped. Tackle made
12
at
seconds.
The 6-yard line, so that's a 2-yard loss for Rouse. And Pella will have 1, maybe 2 plays with 12 seconds to go. It'd be a great time for tonight's longest drive presented by Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design, and longest only by yardage, not by time.
I like your thinking there, Trevor.
Norwalk pulling away from Carlisle on a Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update. It's 52-32 Warriors.
That is a lot of points.
Slight correction, Randy. Air Force.
I'm sorry, you're right. Yep. Air Force. Right, what did I say?
You said Navy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
Air
Chad
Force.
Klein.
Sorry.
Okay, folks. Not sure what we've got drawn up here, but the Dutch need to go 94 yards in 12 seconds. And Luke Hardman is going to fire to the near side of the field. Has a receiver. Catch is made. Colin Kurtz out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Halfway home, baby.
That one good for 51 yards.
What a throw and what a catch. One more of those and we win the game.
So we get 51, now we need 45. Pella 1st down and 10, actually officially out of bounds at the 47-yard line. They're over talking to the Pella coaching staff.
Well, they're talking to the scorekeeper. He started the clock.
There are 3 seconds on the clock. They want 5 seconds on the clock. So a 49-yard pass to Colin Kurtz. Game clock at 5 seconds. It's 3 seconds right now. Not sure that it matters, but you got to get it right. This play's going to take 3 seconds or 5 seconds. And now Pella snaps it before it gets whistled into play.
25 on the shot clock is what they're trying to get down right now.
Well, they've got the 5 seconds on the game clock. They have 24 seconds on the play clock.
I don't think Pella's going to take 24 seconds
either
to snap it.
Okay. Well, we just hit a 49-yard bomb to Kurtz. 1st and 10 from the Ballard 47. 5 seconds to go. Hardman steps up in the pocket, launches it. He's hit as he throws. 1 second. Ball game over. Triple zeros, incomplete. Ballard Ballard 20, Pella 17.
Shoot, I would have tried to I would have loved to have him at least try to get it up in the air.
I think they're heading off. I wondered, when I saw the ball hit the ground, Randy, I looked up and there was 1 second on the clock, but it ticked off, and the officials, I thought maybe were going to confer. They'll stick with the timing at 0-0s, and this ball game is over. Ballard scores 2 touchdowns in a 43-second span early in the fourth quarter. They erase a 17-6 deficit, and they win 20-17. We'll be back with our Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show right after this on KNIA-KRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV.
Connection numbers definitely matter. With Pella Fiber, every residential customer gets gigabit speeds for only $75 per month. Working or schooling from home, gigabit speeds up and down make sharing files and meeting online hassle-free. And forget about the weather, fiber optic broadband isn't affected by it. Pella Fiber is your community-owned, fiber-only broadband provider, so their only priority is you. They don't do data caps or throttling, so your last download of the month is as fast as your first. Visit PellaFiber.com today to learn more.
Discover the beauty of nature at Flower Court Garden Center in Newton. Explore a stunning array of perennials, trees, and shrubs to transform your outdoor space. From garden essentials to indoor plant treasures, find all you need for a flourishing garden and home. And now you can elevate you or your friend's surroundings with captivating fresh floral arrangements expertly crafted just for you. Stop by the Flower Court Garden Center and Fresh Flowers to get your color's worth.
Where is everybody? Hello? Is anybody here?
You survived another tax season, and those fly-by-night tax preparers all seem to have disappeared. Your friends at Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel are here for you all year long. Your life is chaotic, crazy, super busy, and you don't just need help during tax season. Let Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel help you every day, all year long. Save time, gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel.
To the 50, the 40, and he is gone! Kenson Fuller, 69 yards! It's our Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing, Kenson Fuller.
Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Welcome inside of our Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show. We're live on KNIA-KRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV. A Cabinet Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. Final score, Ballard 20, Pella 17. And let's recap the scoring to start. Pella got on the board first on a Luke Hartman 2-yard touchdown run as the Dutch took advantage of a Ballard special teams turnover to go up 7-0. That was with 1:42 to go in the first quarter. Then Eli Rouse went 85 yards with 4:22 to go in the second. 2-point conversion no good for Ballard, 7-6 Dutch. That was the score at the half. Ballard fumbled the opening kickoff of the second half. Pella took advantage with a Luke Hartman 38-yard field goal to go up 10-6. Then the Dutch got a 33-yard pass from Hardman to Ben Mysteric, and they had a 17-6 lead. That was the score at the end of the third quarter, but Ballard was driving, and they scored on the first play of the fourth quarter, an Eli Rouse 1-yard run. They cut the deficit to 17-14 with the 2-point conversion. On the ensuing drive, Pella's Luke Hartman threw an interception. Ballard responded by scoring a touchdown. Rouse a receiving score this time, 35 yards on the reception from Mason Gatchell. Extra point no good on the 2-point conversion, and Pella's last gasp came up empty. Final score, Ballard 20, Pella 17. And as we take a look at our McCall Monument Radio Monumental play and player of the game, I'll welcome back in Randy Sikkema. Player of the game is a pretty easy one, Eli Rouse. 26 carries, 209 yards, and 2 touchdowns, plus a 35-yard receiving touchdown. So 234 in all-purpose yardage, plus 3 scores. And then the key play of the game was that interception by Hardman that turned into the Rouse receiving touchdown as Ballard scored 2 touchdowns in 43 seconds of the fourth quarter. Ballard wins 20-17. So Eli Rouse, our McCall Monumental player of the game, and that little spurt early in the fourth quarter, the difference.
Yeah, and it's too bad because that interception that you referred to was like 2 or 3 feet from a completion and possibly a touchdown for the Dutch. You know, and it's easy to criticize a teenage kid in the first game of an 80-degree football game, but because we really hadn't tried any of those kind of passes all game long. So that was his first effort at a downfield pass. And, you know, like I said, it could have been 2 feet longer. It would have been a really big play because the receiver did have him beat, but that's the way it goes in high school football.
And that's our McCall Monument Radio Monumental Play of the Game and Player of the Game. When it's time to memorialize your loved one or pre-plan your own memorial, trust the area's leading monument designer and installer, McCall Monument, on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. And as we take a look at tonight's longest drive presented by Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design, it was the first of those 2 touchdown drives, an 80-yard drive, 80-yard drive for Ballard. It started with 4:38 to go in the third quarter, and it ended early in the fourth quarter, so nearly a 5-minute drive that went 80 yards, and they cap it off with a touchdown. And maybe sounds like, you know, we're crying about spilt milk here, Randy, but, you know, you mentioned it at the time. You know, I think I called it at the time as I was making the call for the touchdown, but the capper of that drive was a 1-yard score, and it really looked like Pella had Rouse stood up and that maybe that his momentum was stopped. The officials allowed the play to continue. He punched it in the end zone for the touchdown. If they blow that one dead and it's 4th and 1, maybe Pella gets a chance to get off the field. Who knows?
Maybe. We'll never know. You're right. But I disagreed with what they did there than letting it keep going, because it wasn't like they stood him up for a second. They stood him up for like 3 seconds, and then they just let the play keep going. But yeah, the fact was, prior to that drive that lapped over the quarter change, they really didn't have like long substantiated drives. They had the 83-yard touchdown run, but they'd maybe get 1 first down and then we'd turn them back over on a punt. So that was a little disappointing that we didn't do better on that drive to just get the ball back. But yeah, then just the momentum of the interception and one play, and our defense has to go right back out on the field on an 80-some degree night was the teller in that one.
Tonight's longest drive presented by Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center. All your hardware, plumbing, and interior design solutions are just a short drive away at Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center in Pella. Let's take a look at tonight's final stats, which are presented by the Verduff Agency. And we'll start first with Pella. The Dutch racked up 213 yards of total offense. Luke Hardman was 18 carries for 28 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Reed Beard, 6 carries for 7 yards. Emmanuel Deers had 5 carries for 25 yards. You know, one interesting thing, outside of Hardman, the ground game, Beard 2 carries in the second half, Deers nothing. They really didn't. It was all Luke on these quarterback runs in the second half that didn't have a whole lot of success.
And mostly pass plays. I mean, we ran way more pass plays than running plays in the second half, which was what we were calling for at halftime. I was just a little surprised we didn't do that more in the first half. It was almost exclusively the run plays in the first half.
Hardman went 10 of 20 for 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Colin Current, 3 catches for 64 yards. Tyson Barnes had 2 for 38, and Ben Misterik had the touchdown grab for 33 yards. Pella also struggled to stay on the field, 2 of 11 on third downs. He penalized 6 times, just 34 yards. Nothing super major there. Most of them kind of early game type mistakes. Again, 213 yards for Pella. They were outgained by 169 yards by Ballard, who put up 382. Eli Rouse, 26 carries, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 catch, 35 yards for a touchdown receiving. Red Hedrick had 11 carries for 45 yards. He was the other big gainer on the day for Ballard. And Mason Gatchell, who struggled in the first half, threw for just 6 yards on 3 of 8 passing in the first half. Completion percentage still not great, 8 of 19, but he threw for 114 yards, so 108 in the second half, and he did have 1 touchdown pass, no interceptions. Ballard turned it over 3 times on 3 fumbles and still manages to come out with the victory 20-17.
Well, if you look at it from 20,000 feet, we didn't have any business winning this game.
Right.
We got 10 points off of turnovers. Granted, they probably shouldn't have got their last touchdown, but I mean, if it was true, what did you earn and deserve, we probably lost 14-7.
And I feel I'll just wrap up the drop here with the Verduff Agency. Tonight's final stats. They're our presenting partner there. Let Chad, Lance, or Larry examine your stats and customize an insurance plan for you. The Verduff Agency, providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for nearly 100 years. But big picture, I think the offense is the question mark and the area that needs some improvement. Fairly happy with what the defense was able to do tonight. Gave up one long run, 382, and maybe you're not super happy about that, but one of them's an 85-yard run, which hey, that's on you on the defense. And then a big chunk of it came, you give up the long drive, and then the offense puts you right back out there with their lone turnover of the game, and Ballard goes down and scores the game winner. So certainly areas to clean up. But all told, I'm fairly happy with what the defense did tonight.
Well, and the other big thing that I was really concerned about was injuries, and I don't believe that we had any injuries.
Couple cramps.
A lot of cramps, yep. and Shetterly hopped off on an ankle a couple of times. Hopefully he's okay. But for years, the first game we've lost 2-3 players for the season in the first game.
Yep.
So that unless it's Shetterly's ankle, that didn't happen tonight. So that's a good thing.
You're listening to the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show on KNIAKRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV. We're awaiting Dutch head coach Jay McKinstry. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back, give you the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, and hopefully catch up with the head coach right after this on KNIAKRLS.com.
Could you be earning higher interest rates on your checking and savings accounts with our exclusive Lighten Rewards? Our Lighten Cashback, Lighten Interest, and Lighten Savings accounts are all designed to reward you for the transactions you're probably already doing, like swiping your debit card, receiving e-statements, and making payments by ACH debit. Visit lightenbank.com to start your account opening today. Member FDIC.
A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, working drawbridge, and a classic old world atmosphere. The Pella community features wonderful Dutch architecture all around town. And there's one place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. Welcome to the Molengraat, home of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining at Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, beautiful U Salon, Pella Nail Salon, Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. And even taking a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck with our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Hi, this is Tim Tagurtenheis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year. I love watching football and I love going to football games. Like many of you, I'm a huge fan of the Dutch, the Eagles, and the Central Dutch. If you're looking for a quick meal on your way to the game or a tasty treat when it's over, stop into Culver's in Pella. We'll make you a fresh, never frozen burger just how you want it, one of our famous concrete mixers, or any of our other great menu items. We're locally owned and involved in your community. Culver's Restaurant in Pella.
Welcome back inside of our Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show. We're live on KNIAKRLS.com, Pella Dutch Live, and Pella TV. Let's take another check of our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Jay McKinstry is on his way up, and we'll catch up with the head coach here in just a second. Our final score, Ballard beats Pella 20-17. Pella Christian over Des Moines Christian 49-35. Boone beat Knoxville 15-14. Indianola over Urbandale 31-0. PCM beats Sigourney Keota 22-15. And at last check in the fourth quarter, it's Norwalk 52, Carlisle 32. We're going to go ahead and bring in Coach Jay McKinstry here for our post-game chat as our final score. Pella falls to Ballard tonight 20-17. It's our continuing coverage of Pella High football. This interview powered by Hy-Vee with Pella High football coach Jay McKinstry. 2023 season opener, Ballard 20, Pella 17. Coach, thanks for coming up and chatting. Disappointing result on the scoreboard. Your thoughts on the way things went on the field?
Yeah, we just really appreciated the way our kids played. They really got after it. They worked hard and they played really, really hard. And we had some good things happening, and then we just kind of let them back in and they got the momentum back, and it's hard to stop them. But I just really appreciate the way our kids. I'm disappointed and not in them, just in the fact that we lost the game, and was hoping so much that we could win a game for them. And they've put so much effort and time in the offseason. They have just worked so hard that I was hoping we could finish this one off. But hopefully our guys will bounce back, which I know they will, and we'll have to keep improving.
Well, let's start with the positive. You took advantage of some turnovers, especially the short fields that they gave you. They muffed the punt snap, you score the touchdown. They fumble the kickoff, you kick a field goal. You forced some turnovers and you took advantage of them.
Yeah, I mean that was good. That's one of our goals. One of our 4 goals on defense is to get some turnovers, and then hopefully, Coach Ballard talks about each turnovers should be worth about 5 points. Is kind of statistically what they say. At least in college football is what it is. So you probably correlates somewhat to us, and so yeah, that was a good thing that we were able to get some points off their turnovers and create the turnovers and then get some points off them.
And able to build and maintain a lead through the first 3 quarters. I mean, you're up 17-6 at the end of the third. I know they're driving, but got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we were. You're sitting there, but you're right. They drive at the end of the third quarter. That drive, they got down there and scored like on the first play of the fourth quarter or whatever. And but yeah, that's you give them credit. They made a good drive. We're up 17-6. We had the momentum and they were able to drive quite the distance on the field, and our defense is playing hard and we're working at it, and that was a key drive for them, I think, to kind of put themselves back in it.
And then a key turning point was right after that, the first play of the ensuing drive. Luke throws an underthrown ball, maybe a chance for a big play if he can lead it out in front of the receiver. They pick it off, and then I think 2 plays later they're in, and they've got the lead that they never let go of.
Yeah, it was a play that we thought we had set up. And the bummer part is we didn't get in the right formation. There was 3 other things that went wrong on that play, and it's like we just didn't execute that play. And we thought it was there, and you can see we probably had it there, and there were some things that we think it would have been better if we would have executed. All those things would have been right. But the kids are trying to make plays, and we're getting after it. And you're right, that was a big play, and Ballard sort of took advantage of that.
And then you're in catch-up mode the rest of the fourth quarter. Your guys are down there fighting, especially on defense. Ballard's inside your territory the whole fourth quarter. You kept them out of the end zone again. The offense just couldn't muster enough to get it done.
Yeah, it's a game of field position, Trevor. They took advantage of that, and we just couldn't get it out of there. And you hope that you make a play to kind of create field position, but we just weren't able to get it done. You're right, and Ballard took advantage of that, and we just weren't able to, get the ball back and move the ball down the field.
When you look offensively, it was a very inconsistent night. You did end up with a few big plays. Never really got the running game going. Credit to Ballard for what they were able to take away. But now that you've got 48 minutes, under your belt, and you've seen the offense in action against a real team on the other side, what are some things that we need to improve to try to get a little more consistency there?
I just think we need to play faster and we play more physical. I think we got to keep getting better on that. You got to learn. Ballard's got some good defensive players up front. That 99 is awfully good, and 18 is awfully good. There's a really good football player. So their linebacker Crow was pretty good too, and their D-backs a lot of them were back. They had like 12, 13 guys back from last year that were pretty talented football players, and they had a few new players out there. You can see they're pretty good, and so just got to learn how to play faster and more physical, and hopefully our guys, will step it up, and they've learned a lot from tonight, and hopefully be able to improve this week and get back at it next Friday night.
You gave up, by my count, 382 yards of offense, which is, I'm sure Coach Ballard's not going to love as the DC, but it felt like we played better than that defensively. Do you agree?
It sure seems that way. That 84-yard run in the first half. That one kind of was like, oh shoot, that certainly adds up fast when you get the big play like that. And then they had a couple big pass plays, but yeah, it felt like we slowed them down. We kept them out of the end zone for the most part. But yeah, it felt like we did play a little better than that. But give Ballard credit, they made plays when they had to.
And you, I think, stayed healthy for the most part, Coach. I know that was one of the things you were hoping for, some cramping and some little things, but or maybe there's something I don't know about.
No, it sure seemed like we're healthy. I think the guys talked about after the game that we came through the game pretty good, and that's key for this football team if we want to keep getting better and be able to do some things down the road, and hopefully we can.
So what's your kind of big picture takeaway from this one, Coach?
I just think there's again a group of kids that have worked their keisters off, and they really want to they want to have a great football season off the field and on the field, and I think it's neat to see some of the kids after the game really positive comments, saying things, and we'll bounce them back, and it's just a neat group of kids to be around so far. So hopefully we continue to do that, and we'll get better. We'll keep improving, and we think we can have a pretty good football team before it's over here.
So you've had 3 weeks or so to get ready for one game, and now it's in kind of rapid fire mode here. But so how much can you learn from one game in terms of springing it forward? Is this just trying for a gradual improvement? Do you try to, kind of blow some things up in certain positions, or what's your, general MO in terms of taking this team from week 1 to week 2?
Yeah, that's what you kind of do. You kind of watch the films and see what areas that you can improve in, and do we need to look at, whether it be, schematics or, personnel or whatever. And I thought our kids played pretty well tonight, but you're right. We're certainly going to do that. It's not going to be the big jump, but now we got some film on the team we play. You can kind of schematically prepare a little more specific for them, as you have a little bit from last year on Ballard, but you don't really know what they've got. And that's a good question, Trevor. We'll keep working at it, but it's not going to be this big jump next week. But I think we're going to be better next week than we were this week. Yeah, because I think our guys learned how to play tonight.
And next week you get the long road trip to Keokuk for a non-district game. Have any thoughts yet on Keokuk, or talk to you next week on that?
Yeah, I'll probably talk next week. We haven't really watched anything on Keokuk yet. We're really just trying to get ourselves ready for tonight. And but you're right. We're going to have a good week to try and prepare, and really want to. I know it's a long trip, but we really want to go down there and play a really good football game. I just think our guys will be excited to play again, and after this week, and hopefully we can show some improvement on the field next week and play really well against Keokuk.
Did you get any of that baby powder on you at the start of the game?
Yeah, I can't say I'm really a big fan of that out there, to be honest with you, Trevor. I was going I hope they don't do that again.
Coach, thanks so much for coming up and chatting. Always appreciate it, and good luck down the road.
Thanks, Trevor.
That's Jay McKinstry, head coach of the Pella High football team. This interview powered by Hy-Vee. Final score on Friday night in the 2023 season opener, Ballard 20, Pella 17. Let's welcome back in Randy Sikkema as we'll go in closing, presented by Lighton State Bank. Final score again, Ballard 20, Pella 17. Randy, your final thoughts on the 2023 season opener?
Well, we had opportunities to win, that's for sure. So we should be thankful for that. Obviously we didn't. If you look at the stat sheet, we should have got killed, but we didn't. So that means the defense did what they had to do when they had to do it. And so that's encouraging. The offense, it was weird, like you said, running game in the first half, and it didn't really work very well. And the passing game in the second half, and it worked pretty well, I thought. So we've got to balance that a little better, I think, and keep the defense honest. And Jay will never say anything about the opponent, and I'm not going to either. But I don't think Keokuk is the caliber of Ballard. We'll find out, I guess. I'm probably going to have to eat my words, maybe. But
well, and that's where, if I can just cut you off, that's where I was going to go. And we talked about this in the pregame show as well, in the sense of, and I don't remember exactly how it shook out, but last year it's like you go from Norwalk to Bondurant to Indianola to whoever to to the
North
Chiefs
Polk.
to the Cowboy, right? And it's like cheaper, and again, no disrespect. I couldn't tell you a single thing about Keokuk football other than my gut tells me they're not Bondurant Farrar, they're not Xavier, right? So this year we get a chance to learn from week 1 and go into what I'm assuming is a very winnable week 2.
It should be assuming a winnable game. Yeah, I mean, the preseason rankings don't mean hardly anything, but they're 3A for one thing instead of 4A, and they're like way down on the stat sheets on 3A. So, I mean, anything's possible. Anybody can beat anybody. Chaminade beat Ralph Sampson, but I think we'll have an opportunity to execute what we didn't execute tonight. Give the kids confidence. Hopefully, get a win. That will give them even more confidence. Because then we're going to have our hands full at Indianola the week after, because if they smoked Urbandale, then Indianola, even though they lost a whole ton of seniors, they're still good. So we'll worry about that later. But this week, I'm really happy we didn't get anybody hurt, because that's the first time in a long time that we didn't lose guys in the first week of the season. So we should be able to get through next week's game without injuries, and so we can go to Indianola healthy. That's not happened either. So, but I'm looking forward to next week. Be down in Keokuk in that part of the state for the whole weekend, but I'll be at the football game, and hopefully we get to call a winner, and hopefully it won't be 87 degrees.
One last Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. It is a final. Norwalk beat Carlisle 52-32. In closing has been presented by Lighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. That game, Pella and Keokuk, is next Friday night on 92.1 KRLS. Andrew Schneider will be with the anniversary man, Randy Sikkema. 6:30 pregame coverage from Keokuk next Friday night. Randy, thanks for the time tonight. Happy
Thanks, Trevor.
anniversary to you and Tammy.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks for being the opportunity to be able to be with you this week. I appreciate it.
Final score, Ballard 20, Pella 17, and you've been listening to the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show. At Cabinet Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. Would encourage you to tune in to 92.1 KRLS. We've got the Mahaska Bottling Football Friday Night Radio Scoreboard Show with Spencer Dirks, Tim Mount, Kathy Molly, and the whole crew. You'll hear from me, Final from the Field, the rest of our broadcasters, highlights from all our games, tons of great stuff on the Mahaska Bottling Football Friday Night Radio Scoreboard Show. Huge thanks to Andy Johnson and the team with Pella Dutch Live on YouTube and the Pella TV crew. Thanks to Randy Sikkema by my side. My name is Trevor Castle. Thanks for listening to Pella High Football on the one to count on for today's local sports coverage and the home of the Dutch, KNIA KRLS.com.